My point is, okay, hate on autistic people all you want, but this shit is fire. I've never played a Sonic game in my life, but maybe I'll have to. Maybe I'll have to just fully give in to the autistic allegations. How unfortunate. How very unfortunate. Oh. How are we feeling tonight, guys? How are we feeling? Personally, I'm feeling pretty bueno. I have all these tweets. We're going to be looking at the DMAX situation, but first, let's do a little meme first, okay, guys? New Chud Logic out of context just dropped, okay? I haven't pre-watched this, so hopefully he doesn't, like, say the N-word or something. He wouldn't. Come on. Okay.
Okay, well, I think we're going to do a rate.
Yes! Okay, dude. Banger. If you guys haven't followed this account yet, go give it a follow. Only bangers come from this account, okay? Who are they? Oh, totally true Chud lore. Banger. So much Kino. Kino. Oh, fuck. I'm a tired boy. But not for long. I'm a shill, okay? Oh, I didn't even show it on screen. Whatever. You heard Chud Logic, okay? He's gonna rape. That's the meme. Okay. Switch scenes. There we go. We're not gonna be gay and retarded today. We're gonna actually show what we're talking about, okay? I'm not gonna fuck it up this time, alright? So the first thing, it's literally the first thing in the title, so it's the first thing we're going to be reacting to, is DMAX. DMAX recently went after Magnetar. Now, if any of you guys don't know who Magnetar is, he is the guy that Mama Max called a pedophile without any real reason, evidence, or anything in a public YouTube video on his, like, 700K sub-YouTube channel. And just basically kind of fucked over this guy's life. He said his full name, said he was a pedophile, and all that because Magnetar uploaded an exposed video on him, right? This was one of the most egregious things that... actually, it probably is the most egregious thing that Mama Max did. It was just so fucking disgusting what he actually did. And it was just gross, right? Nobody deserves to just be called a pedophile for literally no reason. Like, for literally just like... there was just no reason to do it, okay? That's the point I'm trying to get across. And as a result of that, Magnetar decided to start a Go Get Funding, which is like GoFundMe, but different in some way, right? And Magnetar started this GoFundMe, and because of this, he started a while ago. And then he raised like $7,000, I think. But his goal was $30,000, and he said, "Hey guys, if I don't reach my goal, I'm just gonna give all the money back. I'm gonna refund everyone." Everyone said, "Okay." Well, it turns out that DMAX and a couple other people, Mega Edits and Riveter mostly, all started to get a little suspicious of Magnetar, okay, and started to call him out on Twitter. So that's what we're going to be looking at. They're basically alleging that he is a scammer and that he's not going to refund the money. Spoiler alert, he is already refunding the money because of this like gay smear campaign they all decided to do. Not smear campaign, but you know what I mean. It just sucks, but let's get into it. So this was March 1st. He's tweeting at Magnetar friendly, okay? I just found this weird. March 1st, he's tweeting friendly with Magnetar, and then literally, like, the next day, he's, like, shitting on him. Not, like, super important, but just, I don't know. It's just a weird detail. Like, the turnaround is crazy. So here we have Magnetar tweeting out. Oh, he didn't even raise $7,000. I was wrong. So far, we've raised $4,862, providing a community stand against Max's horrible behavior. Your support enables me to pursue legal actions against Mama Max, a step towards justice on behalf of everyone he's wronged. How's your friend going to work again? You said that you don't want this to go to trial. Go Get Funding is not responsible for issuing refunds for funds that have been collected by project creators. All donations are non-refundable. Go Get Funding reserves a right to cancel, interrupt, or suspend a listing anytime. Okay, yeah, so yeah. Basically, he's just saying that, hey, the site he uses, it doesn't issue refunds through the site. He's going to have to do it manually. Wait, I thought he said he did want to take him to trial. Did I miss something? He said on K-Hux that in an ideal world, he wouldn't want to go to trial. He just wants an apology. Nothing is filed. It's a bit strange that commentary has latched onto a clear lol suit over a defamation of all things. Usually, defamation causes are laughed out of commentary. We're excited. So then he shows a K clip. And I mean, like, this is why I showed the original tweet where he's tweeting friendly with Magnetar like the day before, is because he had this clip ready, of this K-Hut clip ready. So it's just really weird behavior, okay? It's not anything substantial. It's just fucking weird. And also, I think it's fair to point out, so I mean, he's just saying multiple retarded things here, right? Like, I've been cool with D-Max in the past, but like this is, what he's saying here is basically indefensible. So basically, he's going to try and frame this later as he's just asking questions, all in quotation marks, right? But how is the refund going to work again? Question mark. If he had just asked that, that would have been fine. But then he tags on, you said you don't even want this to go to trial. And if we let's actually watch what he said, okay?
What are you thinking will happen?
In a perfect world, no money would be spent, not a dime would be spent from today on. We wouldn't need to take Max to court. He would, and I actually have this, I think, at the end of the fundraising like story or background or whatever the fuck, where essentially I want him to delete his Believe All Abusers video that contains the baseless allegations against me.
I agree.
Publicly retract his claims and acknowledge, that it was made with no evidence, as he said multiple times. And publicly acknowledge the misuse of his fucking platform and weaponizing the trust his subscribers had in him, the trust that he garnered in the public eye, most of which were CSA victims.
Right.
And then of course keep my fucking name out of his mouth.
Amen. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, but well,
So I mean, that makes complete sense. Who would want to go to court, right? Who would want to spend a bunch of fucking money? Like, this, even if he had raised the $30,000, I'm sure he would have had to use some of his own funds, right? Who would want to spend all this time, all this money, all this energy, all these resources in court when all he really wants is an apology? Like, that makes so much more fucking sense, right? But he tags that on to this. You say you don't even want this to go to trial. He's literally implicating that Magnetar's gonna run away with the money. That's why he added this on, and that's why he added the thinking emoji, right? Because it's like sarcastic. It's like you add the thinking emoji because it's like you're acting as if you're thinking really hard when it's implicating that's actually really easy to figure out. So I mean, this tweet is just, it's so loaded, but it's so gay because he's I'm just asking questions, but I mean, it's so obviously loaded. It's like when all those like racist when all the racist people are like 6 million Jews, I'm just asking questions, guys. I was like, no, you're not actually just asking questions. You've loaded that to a very great degree. Okay, so we have this interaction right here. Muldoon, I don't mean to be rude, but the guy, but $4,000 might be a decent bit of money. But if it comes to a lol suit, that won't do much, lol. He might be celebrating a bit early. So yeah, again, I mean, he's already said if it doesn't reach 30K, he's not going to do it. And also, why are we saying lol suit? Okay, this is like some of the gayest behavior in commentary where like there's a new word. Like there's like this vocabulary that comes with commentary and people use it completely wrong. Okay, like a lol suit. Why don't we just look up what pops up in Urban Dictionary if we look up lol suit? Because I mean, this is what Nick, if you guys want to see Nick's coverage, he covered it on his stream. All this D-Max stuff on his most recent stream. But like a lol suit, okay, Urban Dictionary. A lol suit, it's not just a defamation lawsuit, okay? It's just a fake, frivolous lawsuit that is so ridiculous or baseless you can't help but laugh. It often use the threat of a lawsuit. So yeah, how in any way is this a lol suit, dude? He has very obvious ground to stand on, and that's that Mama Max called him a pedophile. That's the obvious. It's not ridiculous to think that Magnetar would want to sue him after that. I don't think bro is going to be hitting his goal. I mean, you say that, but when Mama Max, hopefully, like Nick was, I'm just copying Nick talking points at this point, but when fucking eventually, once Mama Max does respond and the topic is reinvigorated, he would probably get another wave of donations. I don't know. I mean, there's no really seeing how much that was. I could see him getting at least $10,000 though, honestly, but I don't know. Dude pretty much vindicated, and Mama Max run off the internet and became a whole clown circus. Unless Max initiates a lawsuit, I feel like this is purely for revenge. It's a lawsuit. I can't believe anyone ever fell for it. It's not how. I just want one of these fucking people to explain how it's a lawsuit. It's not baseless at all. Is it not in any way, shape, or form is it baseless? This is it's very grounded in reality. I don't, what are they saying? And I mean, and who cares if it's purely for revenge? If somebody called me a pedophile, I'd want to sink them as much as possible. If somebody genuinely ruined my life over something that never fucking happened, yeah, I'd want revenge and be spiteful as fuck. That's awesome. That's cool. Who wouldn't want to be vengeful and spiteful? Most definitely, don't get me wrong. I feel for the guy who went through being smeared and all, but he threw the first punch. And like Max, was throwing accusations out there with no concrete evidence, always rubbed me the wrong way. So, I mean, yeah, to be fair to Muldoon here, Magnetar definitely did say some pretty retarded things in his original response video. I won't deny that, okay? He was retarded, but does that mean he gets to be, does that mean he just gets to, like, be labeled as a pedophile forever and his life fucking ruined, right? Like, no, that's not what that means at all, okay? Now we're gonna hate on Bad Dog. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe he's all of the donations and he's just laundering money for his drug empire. Does it have an end date? From a cursory glance, admittedly, I don't see an end date. Could be wrong. Just checked. He's claiming all funds will be refunded and the minimum goal isn't reached. Seems like a lie to me. How does he independently refund all these donators from anons if the site doesn't do refunds? We're going to get into that later. It seems he's requiring people to send their emails because he claims he's not lying about the intention to send donations if it doesn't pan out. But I guess we'll see if he's actually telling the truth. So D-Max here is asking all these questions when he hasn't even bothered to look at the fucking campaign. I mean, it's right here. One update, you just go to the update section, look right here, and it's February 5th, right there, dude. If you have all these questions, why not look at the actual fucking campaign first? Like, what? It just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. I hope you're keeping the money in a separate account, ... Okay, and then I'm pretty sure we're covering this later, but... So, and then this is what I was talking about earlier, the fucking retarded comments he made, where it's like, in the eyes of the law, yeah, 2-year age gap grooming. In the eyes of the law, yeah, actually, in the eyes of normal fucking people. Nice to know you're adults being, yeah, it's just, like, obviously he's being fucking stupid here. This is retarded. He should never have said any shit like this. But it's just so unrelated. Like, he doesn't deserve to be smeared as a pedophile and, like, called a... He just doesn't deserve that for this, okay? So then here we have this whole argument. Looked into it, turns out he also has access to the funds throughout the campaign as well. And while I can't find any official policies, it appears through some campaigns do returns of funds by flop, but the onus is entirely on the person running it. And then look, here's Magnetar, good guy Magnetar. I posted multiple tweets that this is the case. All the funds, as they clear, are in PayPal savings account separate from my actual funds, so don't accidentally use them. And then this is his post from a while ago. This is from a while ago. I wish you included the date here because I don't know. But I know it's from a while ago, okay, guys? Trust me. This is a trust me, bro situation. You have to trust me this is posted from a while ago. Okay? Some people have asked me why they're required to leave an email address. I'm not BSing when I say I'll refund everyone donations. If it turns out I have not secured enough funding plus donations plus my own money, feel free to be confident moving forward. If there are any issues with refunds, I need a way to communicate with donors and ensure they get 100% of the refund back. Also, I didn't realize exactly how distribution of funds will be handled, but it turns out each donation is immediately transferred to my PayPal. I'll be setting up a separate PayPal bank account to hold all donations so that there's no chance it mingles in my own personal money. I'll be meticulously tracking every cent. So here's where the criticism changes. It goes from, oh, I'm just asking questions, bro. I'm just asking all these questions about why he's doing it this way. Now so you're literally saying it's a trust me, bro. Is there any way to guarantee your word here? Well, first of all, he has access to the money throughout the campaign, and he has it all in his savings, as proven. Second of all, why wouldn't you trust him? He's being so fucking transparent and clear in every sense of the word. He's like, it's just so stupid. Why is there a reason not to trust him? Like, I don't understand. I'm literally saying, trust me, but I've been pretty clear. We're going to read that later. Shit. Beyond own discretion if they want to donate, knowing it could be months before anything is able to happen. A lawsuit doesn't happen overnight. Like I've said, I won't move forward until I've had enough guarantee in my retainer plus funds for the fleece for a month. So, I mean, yeah, completely fair. Okay. And then MAGA edits replies, and have every single one of those anonymous donors provide you with an email. He literally said it requires, it's right here, they're required to leave an email address. And have every single one of those anonymous donors provide you with an email, and why not just do it through GoFundMe, which would take less of the money, and it's the policy to refund instead of going through all this. Because I looked into the sites that charge the least amount of fees while being reputable, and Go Get Funding is the one that rose to the top. It's really that simple. Why would I choose a site that takes more of the donations money when I'm simply trying to be responsible and not wasting it? So you can see here, Go Get Funding takes a 4%, and Go Get Funding takes a 15% automatic tip. So, and then it has all this other shit, I guess. GoFundMe takes less. If you were looking into it, shouldn't you know that? Well, I don't know. You think you got me a crazy plot or something. The platform adds 50% yes at checkout, yes. But that, you read that correctly. 50% is the default amount they ask for donors to cover site fees. If the donor doesn't want to tip 50%, it's not obvious where the zero out the tip. Donors must opt out instead of opting in. Before implementing the tip, GoFundMe changed the fundraiser to a 5% fee, both fees in addition to a 2.9% plus 30-cent transaction fee. Neither donor or fundraiser need to cover site fees, 15% in additional transactional fees. Last I checked, 18% is more than 6.9%. So he did the math. Well, I guess we'll have to just take your word for it, won't we? No, because this is so stupid. It's literally all on the website. Go read the website. You don't need to take his word for it. Go look at the, like, I was watching Tommy C react to all this today, and this is one of the most infuriating tweets I saw. Well, I guess we'll just have to take your word for it. No, go look at the website. Are you kidding me? I'm not forcing anyone to donate. I've been pretty clear with the situation, I think. Happy to answer these questions, but you don't have to come at me with the automatic assumption I'm laundering money over here, lol. Have you filed a lawsuit yet? I mean, D-Max, bro. This is fucking ridiculous. He literally said earlier that he's waiting until he has funds for the 3 first months to file a lawsuit. Like, these questions have already been answered and you're just fucking looping. That's what the money is for, dude. If a lawsuit is filed, it initiates a whole slew of legal mechanisms that will lead to getting papers served, communications, probably negotiation meetings, then mediation if that doesn't work, a judge or jury trial, expensive. And I don't want to be caught in a situation pulling the trigger without funding, or at a certain point I'll be locked into it. If we get to court and I'm out of money, I'll have this shitty situation of pissed off attorney and owing hella money. Okay, that's a no. You haven't filed. Where are the damages you're... So you're just being a dick, dude. Like, okay, so that's a no. Like, he said no and then explained exactly why, and it makes perfect fucking sense. God, this is so annoying. Oh, yeah, I need to go back another. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, and this is the most frustrating part, okay? You're saying... I'm literally saying, trust me, but I've been pretty clear. Okay, we already read that. And then D-Max says, breaking. Fed says, trust me, bro. Yeah, why would... If you don't want to donate, you don't have to donate. If you donate to any... Like, you have to trust the fucking... Like, you have to trust people all the time when you donate, okay? Like, I have to trust that whenever I donate to a streamer, they're not going to spend it on crack cocaine, okay? And there's no reason I wouldn't trust them to not do that, okay? It's just so stupid. Actually, I want to read through. I don't know why people are giving you a hard time. The GoFundMe was written extremely clearly, and if you have been super transparent about your intentions, there's no doubt in my mind that you will refund the people if it becomes clear your goal is inobtainable. Nicolas Diorio confirms it's a trust me bro situation. Yeah, I guess it is D-Max. One Google search tells me he clearly states it's being returned in October, and he's posted updates to show that he hasn't touched the money. If he shuts off his social media and runs in October, that's one thing, but people donated with this information ready and present. Exactly. That's because of the stink we're raising. I've said on stream I have from 1 year statute of limitations, meaning January 15 will be the out of time. But I'm making my decision by the end of summer. I hope, yeah. So when you say on, just so I can check it out later. Okay, so yeah, he just added the backstory. And I mean, good for you. Like, it's literally, it's just all so nothing. It's so annoying. It's so nothing. It's terrible. Okay. You asked him about it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I should add that." Like, I guess he messed up in that one aspect, but this whole thing has been very well thought out. Okay, he messed up in that one aspect. Good, he's being more transparent because he's been critiqued. You win. I don't get why you guys are riding his dick so hard, LMFAO. He's giving you absolutely no indication he's a scammer. Exactly. I'm riding his dick, LMFAO. You are, bro. Like, look at any of these other tweets. You're fucking doing jumping jacks on it, okay? Jesus Christ. This whole thing started because I couldn't believe that commentary had latched onto a lol suit defamation case that hasn't been filed yet with no clear damage. What does he mean no clear damages? He called him a pedophile. But thanks for the W. Wasn't really what I was looking for, but I'll take it. Wow. Hold on. Be right back. Sorry, I got a call. I had to exit real fast. Where were we? Very annoying, I will say. So yeah, then that's his post, and Maggot says, "Man, people are putting a lot of trust in someone who they don't know anything about." That's literally every GoFundMe online campaign ever. Well, I certainly hope anyone who has donated is refunded. And by the way, they donate knowing that they can't 100% trust Magnetar because he's a random person on the internet, right? You can't trust anyone on the internet. But that's just a risk you take by donating on the internet. I don't know what to tell you. Well, I certainly hope anyone who has donated is refunded. You should not meet the 30K goal, but also there's no time limit on this funding. How will you intend to keep it going? I've said on stream I have 1 year from the statute of limitations, meaning January of the time. So, okay, this is pre-read earlier where they added the thing. Okay, we already did that. Shit, this is a kind of out of order. I'll do that. So you added the deadline section. Hey, Magnetar, D-Max, if you're happy to media on the channel, just let me know. It's not even a debate. He can put whatever fundraiser he wants up. He can sue whoever he wants for whatever. It's just weird to me that a lol suit, again, you have not demonstrated it's a lol suit whatsoever. It's so fucking annoying. He keeps using this word, but it's not applicable in any meaning or way. Okay? No clear damages. Was taken seriously by commentary at all. Okay. And here we have... Fuck, okay, I already covered this. So Nicole here replies, "And why are you raising a stink? Do you have any reason to think he's not refunding? Or are you just being a cunt? What reason is there to believe he will? You just give some people the benefit of the doubt, bro. Like, I don't know. I guess you could be like just fucking complete doomer brain and think that everybody on the internet is lying to you all the fucking time. But like, why wouldn't you just give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt? Like, it doesn't make... Consider the second GoFundMe attempt. I just think it's odd that people are so willing to blindly trust this guy for what? I'm not watching 30 hours of content to find out. So we're just asking questions. What 30 hours of content are we referencing here? Oh, I guess the live stream where he talked about the end date. But I mean, you asked about the end date and then he just added it. Him, I'll refund you guys. You guys. Him, I'll refund. Trust me, bro. You guys, he's not refunding. Trust us, bro. Don't blindly leave anyone online, by the way. I just don't see any reason to think he would do it either. Exactly. That's the point. Since when has everyone in commentary gone off a trust me, bro? All the fucking time. All the time. You trust people blindly all the time. I would. So stupid. I can't even think. Like, I guess Ethan Klein, right? When people donated to his lawsuit. I'm trying to think of other lawsuits people have donated to. But anytime you've done this, it is a trust me, bro situation that they will use that money for its intended purpose. If you say so, it's popped on my timeline because of Nick. But from what I've seen, you guys are being incredibly aggressive for the short amount of time that's passed. Him, I'll refund you. I'll refund it. Trust me, bro. You guys. He's not refunding. Trust us, bro. Don't blindly leave everyone alone, by the way. Okay, so you just fucking copy and paste it. So wait, are you preempting that he's going to run off with the money before anyone has accused him of doing so? Surely, you would wait for someone to come out and accuse him of not refunding them first. You can't hold someone accountable for something they might do. True. True, you can't. I think you might do this thing, so I'm going to call you out. What's my accusation again? What? Suddenly, everyone forgets what they're talking about. It's so fucking annoying, man. Like, it's so obvious what D-Max was heavily implying with his tweets. Like, why would you call it a trust me bro situation and a lawsuit if you didn't think that it was legitimate, right? If you think everything's like legitimate and there's a good chance going to refund the money, why would you call it a lawsuit and say it's a trust me bro situation, okay? Obviously, your accusation is that this lawsuit isn't trustworthy and you don't think he's going to refund the money, right? So Magnetar tweeted out, I got cautious and now have been around commentary a few months. Why are y'all cautious? Someone get me on stream or VC so I can answer concerns. Matt shot from the point. So he's like, hey guys, if anyone has any questions, go ahead and just look up. I'll be on stream and I'll answer anything. Why delete this? Also, why not recording? Probably because you guys are fucking dickheads and he's answered everything. Maybe I'm being unfair, but it sounds like you guys don't trust Magnetar now. Never have. I don't know why everyone does, because there isn't a reason to not to. Well, it just doesn't make any sense. He hasn't done anything explicitly wrong. Not that I've noticed. He's never seemed sketchy to me. What are the damages Magnetar is claiming his defamation lawsuit? It literally... Why did he choose a site that has no refund policy per site? Already answered this, D-Max. You're just looping. It's because it... gives you more money to the guy, especially if the transaction fee is lower on GoFundMe. It's not. We already talked about this. Like, it's fucking read. I don't know, dude. Where they refund you. Why did he only add an end date after we started asking questions? Because he forgot, dude. Are people never allowed to forget things ever? Do you think to claim that he's like never added an end date like for some malicious reason? It's just so absurd, man. It's like actual, like, fucking schizoid shit. The way I see it, there's no issue DMX and Maggot asking questions, especially when people in the past have scammed people out of GoFundMe fundraiser commentary. Not Magnetar should have nothing to worry about if he's not really a man of his word. I mean, that is... this is true. It's if DMX and Maggot and Riveter were all actually... if they were actually just asking questions, they weren't... Like, there would be no issue with that. They were like, hey, Magnetar, what's the end date on this? I don't see an end date on your GoFundMe. And he went, oh, yeah, sorry. Let me add that. They said, hey, Magnetar, can I see the PayPal with all your money in it? He would probably said, okay, yeah. But their questions are actually just implying heavy accusations, right? Yeah, but why now? I don't remember anyone asking these questions till now. I got him on my radar yesterday. Yeah. It wasn't really just yesterday, because you had that clip. You had that clip primed and ready. Haven't really cared about the dumbass stuff in general, besides passing memes, over how stupid it all is. I think it's fair to say I'm late to the party. But also, clearly this guy means way more to everyone than I thought. Oops, I guess. It's not that, dude, it's just, I hate it when people do this, where they're like, oh, obviously this guy, the only reason people are agreeing with Magnetar, not me, is because he's like a treasured figure or something. No, dude. It's because you're being retarded, okay? Like, if you're retarded, people are going to shit on you. It's not because people like Magnetar more. It's because you're being a fucking dumbass. You had very good standing in the community, D-Max. Everybody fucking liked you except for, like, Augie people, like, you know, Realm, Alex, Spondyle, right? But like, most of everyone liked you up until this point where you're being completely fucking retarded. Not a Magnetar stand, believe it or not. It's just weird that out of the blue, everyone's got questions about the validity of the campaign and his intentions. Maybe I'm blinded by sympathy, but I haven't seen any red flags that you guys are. True. So we have Smaggle. This is you right now. Rent free. And then he brings up
delicious. The cake was
delicious.
delicious.
Wow.
The cake was delicious.
This is all just because Smaggle and a couple of the guys made fun of D-Max for having a One Piece themed cake from his mom as a like 30-year-old. I mean, I don't know, dude. Smaggle was being a little gay about it, if I'm remembering correctly, but I mean, like, it's just so stupid, man. With Maga tweeting, asking what's illegal around these parts, don't you know? To this, see the shocking thing is that here Turkey Tom is actually just asking a question. You quote tweet a popular tweet about me. Wait, what abuser did I side with? He actually just asked a question, right? And I guess the implication of that tweet would be that like he thinks he's lying because he can't name a person, an abuser that he sided with. And then Maggot says, asking questions illegal around these parts, don't you know? No, asking questions that heavily implicate the person you're asking them to as a scammer and a non-trustworthy person is actually a bad thing. And you shouldn't implicate people with, like, no evidence. Ugh. So then here we have another ridiculous Diorio and D-Max argument. You're calling yourself Trite News, but don't even bother to look at the tweets. By the way, they have no issue with Magnetar suing Mom and Max. It is blatantly untrue. And to clarify, there is no active lawsuit taking place. Nothing on the file in courts as of yet. D-Max Riveter and their friends have claimed that Magnetar is a scammer and is going to run off with the money. Do you agree? Yes, they're correct. No, they're retarded. Can you please show where I or D-Max ever said he was a scammer? I mean, just look back at D-Max's tweets. It's so heavily implicated. But they're going to use this, like, I hate it when people, like, this gay, like, plausible deniability where it's like, oh, well, I technically never said he was a scammer, so, like, no, that was the heavy implication you layered on, okay? You can't go back in the post and be like, oh, no, actually, guys, I never said anything like that ever. It's so weird people are saying, why are you lying about me? Oh, my God. That's what Diorio's claimed, and I heard Battler talk about it. Apologies if I got anything wrong. I never said anything. I'm pretty certain that D-Max didn't either. Peepaw, to be fair, I don't think he ever said anything. This is where I came from. Roll boy, that's your source. And that's just basically Nick talking about it on stream. That's the clip. Apparently, I have issue with Magnetar suing Mom Max, and allegedly, according to Diorio, called him a scammer. Peepaw claims it never happened. I don't know where you're getting your information, but that's not true. What? Apparently, I have issues with Magnetar suing Mom Max. Okay, I don't. Why are you guys such degenerate cry bullies? At least not up to your own fucking arm is so pathetic. I mean, true. They're literally like, hey, we never called him a scammer. Yeah, very technically, okay? So, Claim 1. We have no issue about trying to pursue legal action with Mom Max. Source. Your boyfriend. Not sure his mechanics work, by the way. Is this true, by the way? I don't fucking know. Are Maggot and D-Max actually dating? Did Diorio leak that? Because I didn't know that. I thought D-Max was gay. I don't fucking know, dude. Who cares? We have no Shamin suing Mom Max. Oh, and then here we have every time he refers to it as a lol suit. By the way, a lol suit literally means a frivolous lawsuit. So like, yeah. Did he add another tweet onto this? Claim 2. Magnetar was a scammer. I mean, no one said Magnetar was a scammer. I mean, this one is absolutely obvious. To fight you and your dumb fuck friend sending me DMs. What question are you guys trying to raise here if you don't think he's scamming people on GoFundMe? I'm not really mad at that. When a creator Nick Size puts word in mine and Max's mouth, a lot of people are just going to believe it without question, which is not entirely Nick's fault, but he did know we didn't call Magnetar a scammer, saying something untrue to him, though. Hey, I'm not sure how this is a thing. We clarify where I or DMAX said that Magnetar is scamming. I know I haven't said anything about it, but I don't recall DMAX ever saying like that either. It's just so obvious. Breaking Fred says, trust me, bro. It's a trust me, bro situation. How is the refund trial going to work again? I mean, like, the implications there are so obvious. To ignore them is so stupid. I never spoke to you in DMs. We don't have open DMs. The screenshot you're providing doesn't mean much to me. But yeah, no shit. Clearly can't read. Slowy LMAO. Scroll back and start again. Oh my god. It's just so over. It's so over. What are the damages that Magnetar is claiming for his defamation lawsuit? Again, very obvious. Why, with a funding site that doesn't have a site-based refunding policy? Again, he's already answered this. Why choose Go Get Funding over GoFundMe when the cost of Go Get Funding, again, not true. You got this wrong, showing, again, you can't fucking read, and he's already explained this on a multitude of occasions. Why not put an end date until after people ask if there's one? I assume because he forgot, okay? I mean, I guess this is the one good point you have. Congratulations, DMAX. You got him. He didn't have an end date at one point. Then you asked him, and he immediately added it. Oh, dude, you got him. Yes. You did so good. Especially since defamations are limited, my understanding of elite, of statute limitations. Why does commentary, of which I am a proud member, by the way, care about someone being labeled as a pedophile, by the way? Not now, because he just left like every fucking Discord server he was in and took... You see this? He used to have former now recording boy in his bio, and he took it out. So, oof. Care about someone being labeled a pedophile, especially by a guy we aren't supposed to take seriously. Mama Max a joke, and a judge will laugh at his streams out of court. See, he wasn't a joke up until recently, right? Like, his accusation against Magnetar was taken very, very, very seriously up until very recently, right? All of his videos were seen as real and very serious up until recently, okay? Him being seen as a joke is a very recent development. And I think a judge, like, I don't know how the legal system works, okay? But I'm pretty sure a judge would be, isn't, like, so retarded that he couldn't, like, take into account the context of the video. Yo, Critical Shogun, bro. Thank you so fucking much for the 10.99. Don't spend this on drugs. I trust you, bro. Uh-oh. Don't you know this is a trust me? Dude, thank you so much, man. Goated ass ninja. Oh my goodness. But don't base anything off the merits of art. Just say we're bullying. Sure, why not? It's because your argument's retarded. Like, when people make such fucking retarded arguments like this, it's not even worth addressing, right? But I'll do it because I'm the Mega Globe shit up or whatever. Okay. Holy shit! There's a donation sound. It scared me. You guys like the little GIF?
Don't spend this on drugs. I trust you, bro.
See, there's the text to speech. That took me like an hour to set up because I'm actually fucking retarded. Don't pay us from there, sorry, just say we're bullying. For the record, I hope you're right and people don't get scammed. By the way, Magnetar is now issuing refunds, so nobody actually got scammed. Crazy revelation. I'm not even trying to legend Magnetar as a scammer or anything like that. I'm simply asking questions, and the conclusion myself, am reaching is that Magnetar is set up perfectly with the Go Get funding to take the money and run. It's all based off the trust of him, trust of you, and trust of anyone that vouches for him. Basically, someone was saying, buyer, please beware. You never said buyer, please beware, okay? It's just so stupid. You're, like, retroactively changing. You subtweeted me. Your girlfriend runs around bitching about me. A Riveter ran to my DMs asking me why I shit on you guys, and I don't know where the scammer question came from. I answered, and instantly after I replied, everyone's amnesia wears off, and you remember all your talking points. Connor stocks are through the roof. It's autistic BBC twink grapist. I really got DMAX crew violated with two. This account is so fucking fucked up. Dude. I'm actually going insane, bro. Autistic BBC Twink Grapist is my favorite member of the community. I'm saying grapist, by the way, YouTube. Grape. So then we have Riveter, who decided to fucking quit the internet because of this drama. Okay, dude, listen to this. Guys, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Thank you for all your support over the past couple of years. I'm proud of the creators he helped, and I hope that they continue to create and entertain. Any Moonies left in the money, Jesus Christ, for the fun. I'm going to donate to the American Cancer Society. Again, thank you all. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Trust me, bro situation? Are we just going to trust Riveter that he's giving the money left in his fund to the American Cancer Society? How do we know he's going to give the money to the American Cancer Society? We have no real reason to believe he's going to do that. Buyers beware. Am I right, guys? Yeah, Nicholas Diorio, complete Rosham. Just concede and say sorry, dipshit. I mean, yeah, not even an apology to Magnetar after fucking railing him over the past couple of days. And yeah, I have to issue an apology to Mr. Sen here, guys, okay? Because I never really understood why people called Peepaw Riveter like Tipster 2. I never really saw it. But now I definitely see it because I made this tweet earlier, but I mean, Peepaw, like, this is literally a classic tipster move where, like, they rode for their friend and defended their friend so hard that it ended with them leaving the internet. Like, that's literally tipster's whole shtick, is where he'll, like, ride and defend his friend super hard up until the point where he has to, like, leave the internet and, like, it's a total embarrassment, right? It's just a sad state of affairs, okay? At least if all the items of Magnetar believe, don't be a coward. I mean, exactly, bro. It's just fucking losers, dude. Losers. Did I get... No. Oh, yeah, let me just... Oh, you really own me how I recover. And I mean, it's just cope, man. We already covered this, but it's such cope. You don't really know how to recover. Like, you lost. It's over. I'm sorry. You're done. He did own you. I don't know what you want me to say. You can't fucking read a tweet. You can't actually go and read, like, the tweet he made, okay? Quitting the internet over this is insane. I mean, exactly, bro. Why would you quit the internet over this drama of all dramas? Just say, like, oh, hey, maybe I wrote, like, Peepaw Riveter didn't even say anything, like, super egregious, right? It was mostly D-Max. The worst thing Riveter did was, like, defend D-Max and then go trying to sweep for him in fucking, Diorio's DMs, which just pissed him off more, right? That's the worst thing he did. Arguably, Riveter had the least involvement in all this, and he's leaving the internet because he can't fucking handle it, dude. It's just so stupid. He'll be back, though, I'm sure. Maggot's private is a funny read. Did someone leak her private? Yeah, me. And then, I mean, I was on Maggot's private for a while, but I'm kicked off. To be fair, I'm pretty sure it's unrelated to this whole drama. She said, I saw a tweet from her private basically saying that she was going to be removing a few people, and I'm not close with Maggot at all. I don't really talk. I've only been on like one stream with her, I think, maybe a couple Turn Islands actually, but you know, we're acquainted at best, and I don't really fault her. I don't even think it's related to the situation because I barely tweeted about it. But anyways, this is what her private said. This reply generally makes no sense. Oh, he's talking about Nicholas Diorio. No sense. We're supposed to keep talking about Magnetar for days on end. How did we magically forget our talking points when all the tweets and our takes and opinions are still up and readily available for anyone to read? It's because you acted like you didn't call him a scammer, right? I like whatever he's generally retarded leaving like this. And not even apologizing. He wants to be known as the false accuser of a scammer. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't have any problems with any of these people. It's just like the incessant, like, they're objectively wrong. They're in the wrong in this situation. There's no two ways about it. They are objectively wrong. There is no getting around it. They're just wrong, and they won't back down from it. That's that's the most frustrating part. Is they got their head stuck up in their so ass. Like, if they were just said, "Hey, we went a little too far. Sorry about that, guys," everything would have been fine. It would have been all blown. Nobody would have cared. But now it's this big thing with Nicholas Diorio literally fucking obliterating these people off of the internet. People leaving the internet over this. So stupid. Bro really got triggered over a slight critical response not even being directed at him. It claims I ran around bitching about him despite it being one comment. LMAO, and we are crazy ones. Okay, that tracks totally, yeah. And don't tell me the second one is bitching. It's just a fact. And it's not even straight to Nick. I'm shitting on the viewers, not Nick. I really wish this. I can't read this. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She could be right, guys. Okay, she could be right. The level of outrage here is pretty insane. Since when does a subtweet have assessed criticism warrant such an aggressive reaction? Since Nick was that fucking soft. Nick is not fucking soft. He's just shitting on you, dude. I don't. Where's Nick being soft? Also, Nick. People say this about Nick all the time for like blocking people or whatever. Like, oh, Nick is soft. Nick is soft. No, he's probably just because you guys are retarded. Okay, buddy. I don't know. When people would say that about him, I would scoff and disagree. Now, though, I don't know. Maybe they were right. All over the subtweet and wonder about my criticism. The math is not mathing. I mean, okay, the reason people called him soft before is because he wouldn't reply and he would just block them. So he would never reply to criticism. But now he's directly replying to criticism to you guys. And now all of a sudden he's also soft somehow. Okay. A subtweet and one reply with mild criticism. The math is not mathing. But hey, you replied to him on a public Twitter account. He has the full right to reply back, okay? Like, this is what he means when he says cry bullies. I'm some loud retard on the internet with opinions just like the rest of you nobodies. I don't care how big your following is. Real world, we're all just nobodies. I mean, true. Everybody's a nobody. And dude, that's awesome. Who wants to be somebody on the internet? If you're somebody on the internet, there's just a higher chance of you getting fucked with, of you getting banned, of you having to deal with more retards, okay? Being a nobody is really awesome, okay? I'm lucky to have 9 people watching right now. Like, that's insane. 9 people are watching me have a, like, retardedly rant about shit. That's fucking awesome. But, like, I don't know if I ever want to be, like, a huge, big creator, okay? Everybody's a nobody, and that's awesome. They're all the same people who are always telling their audiences to do their due diligence and look into stories and shit online before blindly believing it. And they'll even tell you to. I mean, there's just no reason to believe he's not going to refund the money. That's the whole point. Everybody's fully looked into it, and there's no reason to believe he's not going to take that action. They'll even tell you to not take their word for it and without doing some research yourself, but ask a question about his fundraiser website. Again, they weren't asked questions. They were loaded. About his choice of fundraising website, speaking for myself, and suddenly it's out the window. Anyways, I'm side-eyeing the fuck out of a lot of y'all right now because this situation is sus and rubbing me the wrong way. The outrage doesn't match the supposed crime. Okay. What do I do? And say nothing to do with DMAX and vice versa, and it goes River as well. I don't even know he DM Nick. Except in our head, we are like fucking TED Talk. Okay, I mean, it's just so over. It's never been more over. Okay. Oh my god, bro. It's just, what are you doing? I like all these people. I've had positive interactions with all these people. Like, you can't be this fucking stupid, bro. It really is just a sad state of affairs, man. Ugh. Oh, yo, what is this? Hold on, guys. Okay. I'm not done yet. He's back at it, guys. D-Max, maybe he'll get the Brick Award or some shit. Actually, Boblax somebody had a really funny comment where it was like, I think it was Boblax, where it was like, D-Max, Spurg Award host, 2023, Durmax Spurg Award contestant 2024. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Do we want to look at Frogan next, guys? I'm gonna look at Frogan. Fat, annoying Twitch streamer. That probably actually doesn't describe to you very well who I'm talking about. A lot of them are very fat and annoying. Dude, I gotta fucking spam this shit real quick. Hold on. But I mean, Frogan is like a special type of insufferable. Like, oh my god, I don't know how anybody listens to this screaming. Same as saw full talk text on Nick's stream at first. I was very neutral about this. When I saw a point in time where they were lying and saying they didn't call him a scammer, I was really kind of upset. I mean, yeah, dude, it's just, like again, like Nick said, just own it, dude. Like own it and like either own it or just back down, okay? Like this pussyfoot shit is just so fucking annoying. But yeah. Anyways, next topic, guys. Next topic. We're gonna get into Frogan. If you don't know who Frogan is, like I said earlier, she is a Twitch streamer. I think she's Muslim. And basically, she made a bunch of tweets. Oh yeah, she's also, I don't remember exactly what her ethnicity is, but she's from like somewhere around the, is she Palestinian? I don't know. But basically, she's very pro-Palestine, okay? And basically, she made a bunch of tweets talking about her supposed Zionist therapist. Now, they're going to get into him on this podcast, I'm pretty sure, so I won't bring them up specifically. But basically, she said, oh my God, I found out my my therapist was a Zionist, aka Jewish and from Israel, and so I had to leave her. And basically, Ethan Klein is going to be calling her out on this podcast, so let's give this a watch. Ethan Klein has been really based, by the way, recently, dude. Ethan Klein he had like his like soy, it's literally like a graph, okay? He had like his soy moment, but now he's back up to base, okay? Ethan Klein bros are so back. D-Max is down, Ethan Klein is back.
I'll talk. I don't give a shit. What do you want me to say about it? Hold on, let me.
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what do you guys think though?
I thought it was great.
About the call?
What is there a post? I don't see a post on the subreddit. Yeah, I guess
maybe it's been removed.
Okay, let's get into it. Maybe we're not back, Ethan bros.
I guess some people are mad that I said suicide bad.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to introduce this. There's basically just like this idiot who fucking burned himself alive for Palestine. He was like, "Free Palestine!" Ah! And then he starts like screaming and he lit himself on fire and fucking died, okay? Obviously, that's fucking retarded because we live in America, a democracy, where you don't have to kill yourself as a form of demonstration, as a form of protest in order to have your voice heard. You can just say it, okay? We don't live in some fucking dictatorship where you don't have freedom of speech, okay? Obviously, that's fucking stupid. But Ethan, you're never allowed to even slightly criticize any Palestinian movement ever, okay? Never, ever, ever, ever. Even if they're fucking killing your family, Ethan, you need to just be like, okay, oh, I'm so sorry, my Muslim queen. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Like, it's so stupid.
Inclined the Zionist.
Never criticize Palestine, guys, or you'll end up like Ethan. Cucked.
Thank you.
I thought the call was great.
Yeah, that was what was so interesting is like, let's start it as a goof.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Everybody loves this guy.
Totally.
I didn't know anything about all this with like the plagiarism. I never heard anything about that. Nicole Amber was spearheading the movement
years ago, apparently. Wow.
That's so.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Her. I didn't realize she was infamous on YouTube like that.
Oh yeah, she was getting dogged on for a long time. Is she still uploading?
Not really. Very sparsely.
Why are people mad at me? I want someone please to explain it.
Okay.
Explain why you're mad at me. Go ahead. I'm dying. Please.
Are people mad?
They're mad about my comments about Aaron Bushnell on the See You Next Tuesday.
Now we're based.
My point was this. I think you should be careful about how you romanticize suicide because it's going to encourage more people to do it. That was my take. And that apparently enraged people. Unless I'm misunderstanding, tell me why. I'd love to know why. Because I feel like when people are angry at me, they're looking regarding this kind of stuff. They're looking for any reason. And so I feel like if you actually articulated why you were mad at me, it wouldn't make any sense. So I'm dying. Please write.
Ethan, like I said, you can't criticize Palestine. Even if they have people killing themselves in order to fucking... Even if people are literally lighting themselves on fire in order to protect Palestine, there is no way you can ever criticize anything that ever happens related to Palestine because they're just the little victims. They're the uwu little small bean victims to the big mean bully Palestine, okay? You can literally never say anything bad about Palestine or else these fucking freaks will come out of the woodwork to yell at you, okay?
What I saw
because you made fun of him burning. Okay, dummy! I joke about all this shit every fucking day. And now all of a sudden...
Dude, it's so true. Like, oh my God. Why can't you joke about a retard burning himself alive, right? Like, obviously, that is like the stupidest thing you could possibly... It's funny because it's so fucking stupid. Like, oh my God.
You gotta get all bitched out. Like, give me a break, dude. I wasn't even insulting him. I said, It was the joke was that it was distasteful, and I was complimenting his resolve. Frankly, the joke was that it was a compliment in a really distasteful way. That's my fucking humor.
Thanks, Mr.
I do it
Gamer.
here
Thank
every
you.
day. And
I mean, it's especially on the members, which is a little more unfiltered.
Gone wild.
Unfiltered.
It's
by
crazy
design.
when
It's
you
just
actually
kinda like
stream,
Ethan's
bro.
there and-
No, I would listen. I would say that joke on the podcast.
Sure,
and I joke about.
but if, especially on the members, you just kind of like shoot the shit.
Yeah,
Say whatever
absolutely.
about it.
But it's
I just
really
need to not be
annoying that like
lazy.
people just they
That's
stand
the
by
issue.
like just waiting for any reason to call me. And by the way, call me a Zionist. Make it about how I support genocide, about all this horrible fucking shit to call me racist. Why? Because I made one stupid, insensitive joke. That, by the way, they didn't call.
Exactly. Ethan has publicly criticized the Israeli government, by the way. He's not like an Israel shoe. He's not, shill. He's not like fucking Ben Shapiro out here, okay? This dude is I'm pretty sure he's pro-Palestine. He just has some light criticism, and his entire fucking chat lights up, and everyone's like, oh my God, how could you? Like,
call his
Jesus
character into
Christ.
question. It literally
Ethan just needs to start banning these fucking freaks out of his community. They don't fucking belong there. Just nuke them off the site, okay?
was just like he was really good, and my point was like his resolve was crazy, and the thing that really struck me about that video
Hey, Abby.
was how he stood there.
That was my first
Abby, you
reaction.
missed it. We already shit all over D-Max, okay? You missed it. You missed it.
Wow, I didn't even think that anybody could do that. So I mean, I don't know how to talk about that, but his resolve was incredible. And what I said was he's really good at burning alive, and I mean that as the most sincere compliment possible. He really is.
And it's obviously also a really dark, like humoristic way to look
But
at
then, so how are you going to take that and call me a racist, a genocidal, a monster? I mean, if you're coming at me with those kinds of takes, you are ensuring peace will never happen. Because you can't even have you can't even have any kind of dialogue where everybody isn't walking totally aligned with you. I never said a single bad thing about that.
Okay, I'm glad you saw.
Other than the compliment, not even the compliment, because it's weird to say, but his resolve is nuts. His resolve was really remarkable.
Dude, fucking, I caught bits of Tommy's stream, and dude, he fucking Riveter literally quit the internet because of that stream. I didn't even think it was that bad. It was crazy.
Well, that's what I said.
Working
And
all
that's what
day,
the joke
that
was.
sucks.
If you can't deal with it, then you're a fucking hypocrite. Because I make these jokes about all different topics, about all different sensitive things, about all different groups of people, every fucking show. And then when it lightly brushes on your shoulder, you freak the fuck out and you bitch and you cry and you go and you try to find any reason to you know what I mean, to get angry. Give me a fucking break. Look in the mirror, loser. You're the problem. You are the problem. You are. I can't even have any. Nobody can have any nuanced conversation about this. That's the problem. You know what I mean? So extreme. It really pisses me off because I never said a damn bad thing about that guy. And that's why I says when you need to explain your reason for calling me a racist, calling me a genocidal, a Zionist, which by the way, Zionist is just another slur for Jew, being a Jew. You know how many people now calling fucking every Jew a Zionist? It's like, okay, just call me a Jew and get it fucking over with. Call me the K word, at least I'll know what you mean.
I mean, he's kind of spitting here, okay? I don't like to get into like this, like calling me a Zionist, that's really like a slur. Like, it's really a slur, and like you're being mean to Jewish people, but like, bro, like all these supposed like left-leaning, like super progressive people, and anytime I see a Jewish person slightly agree with Israel ever, oh, you're a Zionist. You're a Zionist still. You're just a Zionist. And I mean, it's like, you literally can't be Jewish and not be a Zionist. It's so fucking stupid. If only I knew what you knew.
It's just the truth. Not everybody.
I probably don't want to know what you know because I'm really bad at I'm not bad at keeping secrets, but you know.
It's not all the time. But a lot of times, let's not fucking pretend that anti-Semitism isn't a fucking massive inferno of acceptable behavior right now on the left and the right. Nazis and
okay, it's just kind of, we're getting a little soy here, okay?
leftists are dabbing the fuck up, saying fuck Zionists, you know?
Who is like unironically anti-Semitic in America, guys? Like Nick Fuentes' group? Come on now. I don't think anybody really, like, it's just...
And, you know, again, it's driving me insane. I gotta fucking talk about it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like there's just not a tidal wave of anti-Semitism gobbling up the entire discourse.
Hooray.
It's fucking disgusting, man. And I'm doing, as an Israeli dual citizen.
Ethan should just be calling out the hypocrisy of these supposed fucking progressive, holier-than-thou freaks being anti-Semitic, okay? That's what he should be calling out. He shouldn't, like, it's just, yeah, we're getting a little soy. It'll come out in time.
As someone who's deeply invested in the state of Israel, who's probably more sympathetic to the Israeli perspective than most people would be, I've tried so hard to pull myself to some kind of central ground where we can have a real conversation about this stuff. I'm pulled myself all the way to, outright saying that it's apartheid, that it's genocide, that the Israeli government is committing. And so, but you still want to call me a racist? And
maybe hit up Riveter. He's gotten a few people computers. Maybe he'll help you out. Maybe he'll help you out, Abby.
a genocide and a Zionist. Why would you call me a Zionist if it wasn't just, oh, you're a fucking Jew? When I have said all the things that you want to hear from me.
Dude, I literally just made that. Exactly, dude. You need to hit him up.
You still spit in my face.
Go get
So
Riveter.
Give me a fucking break. Who's the problem? Scumbag. Scumbag. And you know what? I don't want to call out this because I'm going to say this because it pissed me the fuck off. And being an anti-Semite openly and proudly is now likes on Twitter. Frogan, she tweeted out. She goes, my Zion.
Finally, we're talking about this stupid bitch, okay? Frogan is one of the worst Twitch streamers ever. Just awful to listen to, awful to... honestly, I can't stand even looking at her. It's just an assault on my eyes. She is supposedly like this Muslim who wears like her fucking hijab all the time, but is also like a super mega lefty who is pro-abortion. How does that make any sense at all? Why would you fucking wear a hijab and be like this super... Like, I'm not even fucking religious. I don't give a fuck. But like, why selectively incorporate like the hijab and like, oh, I have to wear the hijab to be modest, but then also at the same time like fucking be like the biggest anti-Muslim of all time? What are we talking? It's just so fucking insufferable, man.
I have a problem with my Zionist therapist. Just call him a fucking Jew. I'm sorry.
True.
Sorry, but that you can't talk like that about any other fucking minority. I had a problem with my Zionist therapist. What did you talk? Your Zionist therapist? Did you get those level of details from them? You had an in-depth conversation about the politics of Zionism with your therapist? No, I know what you mean. You mean fucking Jew.
Exactly. There's no way that fucking Frogan sat down with her fucking therapist and had like an in-depth conversation about the intricacies and like fucking like what it means, like should Israel exist or whatever. No, it's so obvious that she's just calling them that because they are openly Israeli. Okay, like, oh my god.
I'm not going to sit here and let my fucking people, be openly bigoted and racist. Fuck that shit. Nobody would expect that from any other minority. Nobody. It's disgusting. It is. And I'm here. I'm with you. I'm on your side all the fucking way. I'm on your side as much as I possibly can be. And instead of, holding hands and having a real conversation, you spit in my fucking face and you call me a Zionist.
Exactly.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that. People get angry about what I said. That pisses me off. It's fucking absurd.
Think about poor Shetty. We've been making so much fun of the guy. Until now, we didn't even have a reason to. Like, now at least there's a reason. But the poor guy, there's been a war.
Excuse me.
There's been a war for no reason with the guy.
Nobody's defending Jason.
We're calling his eye collar fake.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
No, but I make fun of all different groups of people. And the thing is, again, if you look at my joke wasn't like, oh, look at this.
It's actually really weird hearing Ethan say that. It's like, I make fun of all groups of people. It just gives me flashbacks to like when he and iDubbbz would be like, all of it's okay or none of it's okay, right? It's just like a weird callback. Obviously, I don't think Ethan agrees with that now, but like, he should. It'd be based if he did.
Idiot! What a fucking idiot! Dying for a dumb cause. That wasn't what I said at all.
I don't think people were upset with the joke.
He isn't. Okay, he should have said that though. He is a fucking idiot. If you're burning yourself alive in a democracy, you are like broken brain retarded.
I think it was that. What I saw some people saying is that you were looking at it from like an all lives matter type view.
What did I say? That was all lives matter.
By ignoring what his cause was, rather than
how did I ignore his cause?
Well, I'm just giving you what they were saying.
Well, I just want to know because people keep trying to say this shit.
You were talking about suicide.
Yeah, and I said suicide isn't good, and people shouldn't clamor.
Yeah, and they were upset that you.
And by the way, let me clarify. If it seems like I'm angry at AB, I'm not. I'm fired up.
Yeah,
I love AB, and I appreciate that because I'm desperate to understand the perspective. So I appreciate that you're.
AB is so fucking insufferable. I don't know how Boblax fucking dealt with this fucking insufferable little prick. Okay, AB is like the most. I hate AB so fucking much. I think he's the worst person on the podcast, arguably. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Conveying it to me. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, no, that's it. Just that you were focusing on the suicide aspect rather than the genocide.
Well, yeah, the reason for that being is that was the part that,
because he killed himself. What? Let me take this opportunity. This guy fucking killed himself, but let me go on a diatribe about Israel, Palestine. Oh. Okay.
On out, and I've said that everything y'all want to hear about there being a genocide and apartheid and the fucking warmongering Israeli government and all that fucking shit.
Yeah, he's talked about all that.
What I'm seeing on social media is not people saying it's not about genocide or whatever. What I'm seeing is tons of people glamorizing, romanticizing a man taking his own life. And I thought that's a dangerous thing to skirt down. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't say a bad thing about the guy.
It just feels wrong to, like Ethan said, to glamorize something like that because that's just a dangerous idea.
That's my point. And I feel like that's that's at least, even if you disagree, a good place to have a conversation.
And it's not really about what he was protesting at all.
Again, I complimented his resolve as a person, you know what I mean? But that's my problem is that people, they're watching with the expectation, they're looking for any little nugget
Abby.
to get indignant over and to call me a Zionist. If you call me a Zionist, you're anti-Semite. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking Zionist, and I made that exactly, profoundly, deeply clear. So when you see someone on Twitter, when you see someone in the audience calling me a Zionist, what they're calling me is a fucking Jew.
Yeah,
because that's the only goddamn thing that means at that point.
Right. And I feel like anyone who's a fan of you should know like how you talk. Like they should.
It's like it's like if you called a random black guy a rapper because he's. Oh my god, bro! I fucking can't. It's like, oh, you listen to Kanye? You're a rapper, right, dude? You rapping?
Like I don't know how it's not clear that that's not what you were saying. That just, from the joke aspect too, that you're just making a joke, but
I mean that video is shocking and mind blowing, and
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it brings a reaction out of you, and so it's not that weird to comment about the video.
I see people saying this too. No one is glamorizing it, dude. I don't know what world you're living in. If you don't see that, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, there's like fucking gay anime art on Twitter right now. That guy burning fucking alive. I mean, like, oh my god, he was so brave. Obviously, it's glamorization, bro.
Are literally glamorizing it. I've seen images of him on fire, being like, "Free Palestine," and they're turning him into a cultural. They're trying to turn him into a cultural icon, and whether you agree with that or not, and not to comment on his cause, which is, I said again, is just, and I understand, and his resolve is incredible, but I do think that trying to ignore the fact that the man killed himself, and that there's probably not some mental health issues at play here, is remarkably, what's the word? It's
retarded.
like reactionary. It's what it is, which is why it marks me as so fucking odd.
I mean, yeah, we shouldn't glamorize this guy because then what if more people killed themselves, right? Like, it's just, oh, this guy killed himself for Palestine. It made a big impact. I should do the same shit. No.
That this is coming from the left.
Stop.
They're exhibiting really reactionary traits when they're saying like it's not suicide. Because here, this is the way I explained it, and I think this is good. When you watch the video, he's pulling the gasoline on himself, and he's a fucking icon. Okay, good. You can believe that. I'm just trying to have a conversation about it. If somebody came and stopped him, there was guards and like, excuse me, what are you doing, sir? Right before he, lit himself on fire. If someone was able to tackle him and prevent him from lighting himself on fire before he did, and get him some mental health evaluation and get him some help and stuff, clearly he's in a vulnerable point in his life. I can at least say that. Now, in 10 years from now, do you think he's going to look back and say, I wish I burned alive? Or do you think he'll say, I'm so grateful that I was stopped from doing that?
True.
Because, and by the way, this man has friends, he has family, he has people that are going to be deeply affected by his suicide. And again, there's this magical thinking that it's not a suicide. It's just so weird. It's not a suicide until it, we don't believe in suicide and we're pro mental health, unless it's for a good cause. Then, then go for it. You hear this all the time from survivors of suicide attempts, that they have a moment of clarity that ultimately they're like, realize, I don't know if he went through that. I mean, again, his resolve was pretty apparent. But in 10 years from now, I'm pretty sure that he's more likely to say, I'm glad I'm alive and that I was stopped than not.
Exactly.
That's my opinion. And so we need to, I don't want other people to go do that because they're inspired by him. That's my opinion, But you think it's glamorizing because he's not your hero, not your martyr, not your symbol. Shadowing it in mental health is the same move as transphobes. What the fuck? Charlie, can you... This is another comment I saw. They go, if it was someone burning themselves alive for Israel, you would be saying the same thing. Are you crazy? That would be even crazier. If someone was like, I'm burning myself alive for Israel, would you be saying the same thing? Would you be...
Exactly. It'd be so fucking stupid, bro.
Being like, I disagree, but I respect it? Fuck no, you'd be tap dancing on his corpse.
Dude, big brain take here. Suicide is bad. No, dude, I didn't fucking realize suicide is bad. No matter who you're killing yourself for whatever cause, dude.
Seeing the fire out on his body. Give me a break. And you know what? I would think that was crazy. I think that's bananas. You know what I mean? So no, I don't understand what you're saying. And the fact that you can't even meet me...
It's obvious that that's not what we would think. I don't know.
But anyway, I know what the conclusion of this conversation is going to be. It's going to be that Ethan's a Zionist. Ethan is an Israeli shill. Ethan is Islamophobic. All this types of shit that you fucking see about anybody who doesn't toe the line precisely as you want it.
Exactly.
Not even disagreeing, frankly, just trying to have a conversation. So, in short, you know, suck my fucking dick. How about that? Fuck you. Fuck you people. Go somewhere else. Like,
I'm glad Ethan is finally standing up to his like cancerous fucking leech audience, dude. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking based, bro. Finally telling these people to hit the road.
If you're that sensitive that I want to take mental health seriously, something that I've been deeply that I've spoke out against in my whole career. I've spoken out. It's made it one of the things that defines me as a person. Okay, if you can't tolerate a conversation in good faith, then you need to go the fuck away and go to a community that is going to just tell you everything you want to hear all the time and never make you feel uncomfy. There's plenty of them out there. Go. Don't fucking be here where I'm just trying, for the most part, and that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I do in every serious situation. I try to make levity of a serious situation. I do it every time. If you're a fan of this word, just show you know it. I almost take it as a challenge. When we're talking about something heavy, something horrible, when I get a donation, I try to make a levity. I try to make a joke about it. That's what I did. So you're a fake fucking fan. Fuck you. Get lost. I'm sick of it.
Based.
Yeah, and if you want to call me a Zionist, just call me the fucking K word to my face. Have some balls. Just call me a Jew, scumbag.
Could you fucking
Fuck
imagine?
You. Name another minority that everyone would just stand by gleefully and silently. I saw this TikTok that blew my...
This is annoying. Like, dude, Jews are the most oppressed. Like, who cares, bro? Oh my god.
Fucking mind. This girl, she's on a train in New York, and she's like, I saw these Orthodox Jews on the train, and the first thing I thought was, are they Zionists? Get the fuck away from me. I'm like, bitch, you hate Jewish people. And that had like 160,000 likes on TikTok. So what am I supposed to think as a Jewish person when this is a celebrated opinion to be on a train with Jewish people and your first thought is, get the fuck away from me without knowing a single thing about them, without talking about them? That's anti-Semitism. I'm sorry to fucking spell it out, you know, and it's sickening. And so many of you just don't care.
That's crazy.
Because, you know, horrible things are happening in God.
I tell them to get the fuck away from me for a different.
Which is true, and which I voice repeatedly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, people are saying move on. Listen, I gotta get this off my chest.
Based. Don't move on.
It's truly remarkable. She was a Jew too. Yeah, Jews can be anti-Semitic also. She was a fucking spreading anti-Semitic psychotic shit. I don't give a fuck if she was a Jew. Would you say the same thing to another minority? Like a black person on trains, like, get away from me, black people? Would you say, oh, he's black, he can say that, that's fine? No, Jews can be
It's like that meme. Have you guys seen that meme of the black dude going, I'm from a gated community, you thug? Or some crazy shit like that. That's one of the... Wait, I want to see if I can find that.
Anti-Semitic. Jews can also be fucking hateful. I don't care that she was Jewish. It doesn't make it better. Do you think the 160,000 people liking her video were all like, oh, you know, we're all Jewish. We get it, you know? No. I don't fucking care that she's Jewish. She's crazed. Doesn't matter. You know? Just don't give a fuck. She has absolutely expressed anti-Semitic views. Dude, she literally said...
Wait, here it is.
Oh, bro, you know about the streets. No, I'm not. I'm from a gated community. I behave. You don't, you thug. Don't lecture me about being from the streets. I don't care. Fuck. Oh, bro, you know about the streets.
Oh, my God, dude. That's amazing.
Get away from me to a group. That's the definition of racism. If that's not it, then it doesn't exist in this world. She looked at people of a specific identity and said, get the fuck away from me, without knowing a single goddamn thing about them. I don't give a fuck that she's Jewish. Yeah, is Ollie London not homophobic because he's gay? You know what I'm saying? Is Blair White not transphobic because she's trans? None of you would agree to that. So why are you expressing such dumb fucking thoughts in my chat? Why?
True. Okay, we're finally getting to the hypocrisy, which is the main point that I agree on, okay? It's obvious that all these leftoid retards hold no real opinions, and they just fucking follow. They're like zombies. They follow Hassan Piker.
Why? Is Blair White transphobic? Answer that question. And then don't fucking express such moronic shit to me, please. It's embarrassing. Chestnuts. Play chestnuts, Zach. Please. Zionism isn't a race. Judaism is a fucking ethnicity, you idiot. Stop trying to carve out circles for you to be a fucking hateful, bigoted bitch. Fuck you. How about that, scumbag? Go ahead, play the chestnuts. Hurry. Thank you. That's the only thing that's going to save me. And you know what? I lose fans. I lose subs. I lose memberships every time I say this. And I gotta stand on my principles, man. And what is it I'm even saying? Let's think about it.
Based. Also, I don't think, dude, Ethan makes so much money. There's literally no white names in this chat, okay? Ethan Klein is not strapped for cash. I would be willing to bet.
I'm fully in support of the people of Gaza. I'm with all of them. I'm with all you guys. My take was let's
This
be
dude doesn't even read out any donations. You could get like a $50 donation. You don't read that shit out, bro.
a little thoughtful of Jewish people, and also let's also be mindful that suicide is bad and contagious. Suicide is contagious. You guys know that? That's a phenomenon.
Okay, so I think we gathered what we wanted from there, but now we're gonna watch Frogan's response. She's gonna respond to the anti-Semitic allegations on this random fucking podcast. Okay, for the Arabs podcast. I bet you can guess the theme. They're all Arab. Is she actually a member? Yeah. Okay, she is. It's her and this random dude. Okay. So a bunch of nobodies who are all Arab, I guess. That's the theme.
We started this podcast because we wanted to highlight the diversity of the Middle East, or the Middle East. We are all Lebanese. Some of us are Lebanese. We're all half.
What? Bro, I can't. We started this podcast because we wanted to highlight the diversity in the Middle East. We're all Lebanese. We're all from this little area in the Middle East. Okay. What? Are you kidding me?
Half Lebanese, essentially. I'm half Lebanese and I'm half Palestinian. I'm also Christian Lebanese and Christian Palestinian. Raph
Jesus
is half
Christ, this is
Lebanese
so
and
quiet.
half Jewish. He is. Raph is Jewish, and then we have Frogan, who's half Lebanese, half white, but Frogan is Muslim. The reason of the pod was to kind of highlight what it is to be Arab. Like what it really is to be Arab. It's not what people really think it is. People tend to think this like monolith of like every Arab looks the same or they talk the same, and it's really a very diverse place. I've been
Wow, dude, shocking. That's so crazy. Does anybody actually believe that all Arabs are the same? Besides, like, I don't know, maybe like your dad or something. Like, Jesus Christ, man, so fucking annoying.
For a while,
who actually thinks this?
You've also done Birthright in Israel, so the whole reason we did this,
I just can't, guys. I'm sorry.
Pod was to basically open people's minds up to what it could be. Now addressing like the elephant in the room of what's been going on recently with Frogan. Kind of want to kick it to Frogan and just kind of tell what's been going on with you lately.
Okay, so for context, 5 years ago in 2019, I went to therapy, and my therapist was a Zionist, and that kind of off-put me from therapy for a very...
How do you know she's a Zionist? Or there's, I don't know the fucking gender, but how do you know they're a Zionist? How? It doesn't make any sense.
Very, very long time. Recently, I finally found a therapist that was covered through my insurance, and I made sure to find somebody that was, one, a woman, and two, a person of color, because I had that assumed...
One, a woman, and two, a person of color. I mean, I guess that's what you're more comfortable with. Go right ahead, but I can't contain my fucking rage in my heart right now, okay?
Empathy between the therapists, that they'll understand like potential discrimination I would face as somebody that's a visible Muslim Arab woman. So first session with her was fine. Second session, wow. I delved into social media and the toxic things that happen on social media. She told me that she doesn't really know or care about Palestine because as a black woman, she faces discrimination in America every day. So to her, it's just another place. So I left that session.
Dude, people care about their own issues over issues happening like fucking on an entirely different continent. That's crazy, bro. I can't imagine that. It's like, I don't understand how these people don't understand that, like, really, like, no normal people think about Palestine every day, okay? Because it doesn't affect anyone except for people in Palestine, okay? Like, nobody cares. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, I mean, I can understand having empathy for people over there, but, like, most people have their own shit going on, their own lives to live. They can't be spending all this much energy worrying about Palestine.
Feeling kind of frustrated, and whenever I'm frustrated, I go to Twitter. So I tweeted out a tweet.
That's very unhealthy. You shouldn't... Go talk to... Like, does this person have friends? Do they have family they can just talk to? Why do they have to go to Twitter to rant? Any normal person would not go to Twitter, okay? Jesus Christ. A veteran creator, by the way. She won Upcoming Creator of the Year or some shit a while ago, so...
Talking about how, I was traumatized from my experience I had with my Zionist therapist back in 2019, and I finally decided to go again, and now...
Traumatized. You were This girl is literally... This is how the conversation I bet went. Hey, I'm actually Jewish. Are you okay that I'm your therapist? What? No! And then she's traumatized. She's traumatized.
Oh, it's just like the lack of empathy frustrated me. I didn't think anything of it when I tweeted it. It was just me venting because I don't have like an alt account to vent on. I just tweeted on.
I don't have an alt now. Do you not have, again, friends, family? I don't have an alt account to tweet on. That just shows how fucking online brain, how stupid these people are. Where it's like, oh, I don't have a private account I can tweet on, so I have to tweet on my main account. It's so annoying. Talk to a real person, please. Get off your computer. Literally, she is a screenager, not a screenager. I guess a screen adult. I don't know, what would that be?
Main thinking nothing of it. As time progressed throughout the day, people picked up on it, and I started getting of dog whistling that the Zionist therapist was a Jewish person. So I put out a tweet that night, like, you know, liberals on social media want to assume and like apply their implicit biases towards Jewish people, that all Jewish people are Zionists, which I don't believe that. So I put a tweet out clarifying that.
You literally said she was Jewish. You said this is how okay, unironically, this is what the tweet said. It was like, the therapist told me that she was Israeli and asked if I had a problem with that. Obviously, I was taken aback. Like, she literally said that she was Israeli. What?
And I went to bed thinking nothing of it. Next day I woke up, I was going on about my day, and I started getting like spam mentioned about Ethan mentioning me again. And I'm like, oh great, like what could it be? And then one of my friends sent me a clip of Ethan talking about my tweet about my therapist. To be honest, I didn't watch a clip. The last time he went on like the hour.
Oh my god, I didn't even watch it. Wow. What an amazing start. What an interesting strategy. Just don't watch.
Very traumatic, and I didn't really want to experience that again.
Oh my god. Last time he talked about me, it was traumatic. Do these people have any real issues in their life? They're saying, oh, have empathy for the children fucking dying in Gaza. But somebody talking about you on the internet is traumatic. Give me a fucking break, bro. Why don't you have empathy for people with real trauma? Your trauma is your first trauma is your therapist being Israeli, Jewish, and your second trauma is Ethan Klein being mean to you on the internet. Your third trauma is probably Mizkif putting you low on like a tier list where you started crying. How embarrassing.
I sent it to my friends, Capri and Raph, and you know, I wasn't going to respond to him, but it was like a whirlwind of hate towards me and accusations of me being anti-Semitic like took over. So I couldn't just sit there and not clear my name. So
wow, you're so fucking brave.
Whenever I was clearing my name, I went into depth about the therapy sessions I had with the therapist that was a Zionist back in 2019. I had 2 sessions with this person. So
2 sessions, and from that you were able to discern all their political beliefs when it comes to Israel and Palestine.
I was talking about how she brought up me being Lebanese unprompted. Me personally, I didn't know about therapists not asking for your familial background because she asked me straight up where my family's from. So I went on the whole spiel about my dad is a Lebanese immigrant. He left during the 90s. Blah, 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 blah. And whenever I was at the session with her, she was like, I'm Israeli. Do you have an issue with that? And that kind of took me aback.
That makes total sense. Your dad possibly has, like, your family possibly has trauma from Israeli people completely unrelated to her. So she's like, hey, you know, maybe if this person isn't comfortable with me being Israeli, they wouldn't want to be my client. So I should just let them know up front so they can make an educated decision. Completely reasonable. But she's going to twist and spin this like the evil woman she is. Never trust these hoes.
I said no whenever she did ask me that. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to carry on because I was at a point in my life where I felt really mentally ill. I just wanted to like start this because I put it off for so long at that point in my life too. But then like things started getting weird between the 2 therapy sessions. She started like talking more about Israel and talking about me resenting Islam, talking about my scarf. And then it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I reversed the question on her. I'm like, okay, I'm Arab. Do you have an issue with that? And she started laughing. She's like, oh, so now you're reversing this on me? And at that point, I was like, you know what? Therapy isn't for me. I'm done. So
okay. So you were just kind of a bitch, and then okay.
The first therapy session I had, whenever she brought it up, I talked to a couple people. One being my old therapist I had from 2015. She wasn't practicing anymore, which is why I wasn't going to her. So I told her what happened, and she told me that I should get a new therapist. I talked to my mom about it. She told me I should get a new therapist. Talked to like my general doctor. She said I should get a new therapist. And people. Like, it made me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Like her asking that and like the factors that happened after.
Then just leave. Why do you have to go on Twitter and call her a Zionist and all this other shit when in reality she's just Jewish? That's all. She's just Israeli, not a Zionist.
It contributed to. I'm like, you know, this is supposed to be a place for me where I feel comfortable talking about my issues and trying to work through things that I previously couldn't. And it just created a weird environment for me. So I tweeted that whole spiel, obviously better worded than what I did right now, and yeah. Now it's just like a fucking mess. I'm getting now I'm on the anti-Semite page. I'm the face of an anti-Semite page who exposes people as anti-Semitic people, which I'm not. But yeah, I do realize that like anti-Semitism does.
Trust me, bro, I'm not. Okay, all right.
Like people think that anti-Semitism has a root in the pro-Palestinian movement, which it doesn't. There are people, like you said, that make that their whole motive as to why they're pro-Palestine, but they're tainting the movement. People need to realize that when you're pro-Palestinian, it doesn't mean you're anti-Jewish. If anything, conflating Judaism and Zionism is anti-Semitic. You can't just assume all Jewish people are Zionist. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
And those people that use their anti-Semitic tropes to be pro-Palestinian, like I said, taint the movement, and that's not me. I don't believe that at all. Whenever we say free Palestine, I want everybody to coexist. I don't want to be one side or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Palestinian. You know, I've been saying free Palestine my whole life. I mean, I tweeted like a week before that happened. I don't know, like a month. I tweeted a picture of me just with free Palestine before anyone knew about this stuff. Also, I've had the Lebanese flag. I've taken it out of my bio, the Palestinian flag, multiple times because of hate. Just so you guys know. You know,
oh my God, these people are such fucking victims. We're brown, so we're all oppressed. Dude, shut up, man. I've taken the Palestinian flag on my bio. If you're really that soft, then just don't be online at all. Shut off Twitter. Shut off your phone.
I know that there are people. There are bad people in every movement. But like me personally, as a Palestinian, I just want one country, no religion, coexisting, walls taken down, everyone work together.
As it was before.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Well, that's the thing too, is that, you know, Palestinians, Christian Palestinians, Muslim Palestinians, Jewish Palestinians all live together in harmony. Like they really did. And it wasn't until the Nakba where everybody was starting to get pushed out and it was becoming a Jewish monolith, a Jewish union. And it bothers me when I see people just want to go, oh, they're anti-Semitic. I mean, for me, it's such a cop-out. And so when I see...
It's not people aren't calling her anti-Semitic because of her opinions on Israel and Palestine. They're calling her anti-Semitic because she heard her fucking therapist say she was Israeli and immediately assumed she was a Zionist. You dumb motherfucker. Oh my God. These people are so dense. It's crazy.
You know, people conflating Judaism and Zionism to being the same thing. It's totally... It hurts me a lot because I'm like, I'm not a Zionist and I'm Jewish. So
why would you say it's the Frogan? This is exactly why people are criticizing Frogan.
That make me less of a Jew than everybody else? Am I less a part of that culture again because I don't believe in Zionism, which is a political movement from the government of Israel, and not like a real Jewish practice? So it's just it's mind-boggling to me that people make the comparison, and it's mind-boggling to me that people are just like ready with pitchforks and knives to find an enemy in this who has nothing to do with what's actually going on.
A lot of people like on Twitter were wondering, like, you're not even Palestinian. Why do you even care what's happening so much? And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, like, even though, like, we're all Lebanese, Capri's Palestinian, even growing up, our families were affected by the government of Israel. Like, my dad fled the war in the 90s. He grew up in it.
The Lebanese Civil War.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, even now, like...
This just has nothing to do with what Ethan said. Ethan is completely correct, and now you're, like... This is like a red herring. Like, they're talking about the war now. Like, who gives a... this is not about Ethan anymore. It's just about you, like, virtue signaling, bro. Oh my God.
With everything happening in Palestine, Lebanon is being affected too. South Lebanon is being bombed right now. There's white phosphorus. Capri and I are from southern Lebanon.
Oh.
So it's like the first political issue you learn as an Arab, what the government of Israel has done to the region. So one thing I feel like, whenever everything happened in October, we all were educated on what already happened. We didn't have to get the run-up of information.
All that confusion and stuff that's coming from people now trying to understand what's going on. It's not there because it was there all the time, the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a political movement. Like, personally, behind the scenes, I've been trying to help as much as I can. Honestly, I kind of gave up on it for a while. I was like,
wow, dude,
there's nothing we can do. Like, we're gonna die in the dark, and there's nothing we can do, and nobody gives a shit. And now I'm seeing like all these political people like jump in, and it's like, hey man, like, cool, this is our life. Like, this isn't fucking content. You know? Even the stuff that's going on with you.
It's our life. You don't fucking live there. These people are acting like they're in Gaza getting bombed actively. You live in America. You live a very cushy life. It's not your life, bro. Oh my God. This is fucking despicable. It's our life. No, it's not, dude. You live in America. You're big chilling right now, bro. Be happy you're not still stuck in Lebanon getting fucking white phosphorus, okay?
Ethan, these are everyone's a real person. This isn't content.
No, and like the thing is, I used to love Ethan. I used to consume his content. I used to watch his podcasts.
Yeah, me too.
But like after him going after me in October, like I haven't watched his content anymore. Like I don't want to like sound dramatic, but I just can't like stomach it anymore. Like I just don't want to.
That's fair.
He was mean to me one time.
He's actually like personally one of my like the favorite.
Yeah, and I just like don't want to associate that or anymore because it's like kind of triggering in that sense. So with this happening all over again, I'm just like.
Yeah.
What sucks is
it's triggering.
Like, we were talking about this. It's like, how do you prove negative? It's like, I'm not, you know, like.
What are you gonna do? What am I gonna show like a whole family picture roll of all the Jewish people that I have on my phone? Like, you can't do that. You know. So like when you make it sucks because it's just kind of like whoever says the information first is automatically correct. You know.
Yeah.
So with Ethan using
That's not true. It's whoever's not retarded is correct.
I mean, just saying what he did. I mean, he could have said it. Don't get me wrong. He could have said it and totally not have said your name, and then this might have happened, but not as large as it is right now.
Oh my god, he's bullying a smaller creator, guys. No, you publicly said something stupid. He has a right to respond. Okay. All these people are just professional victims. Oh my god.
Deliberately go out of his way to say your name and then put that accusation on your name. It's bewildering to me. And it's honestly, it's heartbreaking because it's like, that's not true, but how are we going to defend ourselves and how are we going to fight this? It's kind of literally what's going on in the world today. You know, there's no way we can really fight and defend ourselves unless we are put in this position where we have to fight back. And I'm like, why should we even be in that position just because of something someone said?
What's crazy is like Frogan's story is not something that's unheard of.
It's not unheard of.
We already knew about the story because we were talking about it. When you were getting your therapist, we were talking about the story. You're like, I don't want to go. We're like, just go. They're not
like it's gonna be good
that.
for you.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it's gonna be good for you.
Oh my god. I don't even need a comment, dude. It's so disappointing. It's so disheartening. It's so retarded.
And I'm like, even with my therapist, he said stuff like, I love my therapist, he's great, you know, but he said stuff to me that I'm like, dude, like that's like you don't get, like, is this in your culture? You guys do this? I'm like, no, it's not my culture. I was born in California. You know what I'm saying?
Between the two,
she made an anti-Semitic remark against an Israeli. Ethan has a right to be mad. I mean, exactly. It's just so.
You and sometimes me, like when we do tweet.
This complete rewriting is so frustrating, bro.
This particular thing we tweet from a very emotional and angry place, and a lot of times a very logical place as well, and it gets misconstrued as we have no like.
Ugh, I hate this angle.
Understanding about anything else that's going on, which is just not true. The problem is that we understand literally everything that's going on, and we
understand literally everything that's going on. Wow, dude, my apologies. I didn't realize you guys were literally in Gaza on the front lines defending the civilians from IDF soldiers marching in and shooting children. Okay. I didn't realize you guys were on the front lines. I didn't realize you guys knew everything. My apologies. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Like, we're not afraid to like really kind of come out and say it, you know, because I'm Jewish and I'm pro-Palestine. But does that make me to see people like even assume that
so is Ethan
anti-Semitic towards my own people is fucking awful.
I saw you going in with someone, and
I'm like, I'm not the person who tweets back. I don't do that. I'm like, all right, they're gonna talk their shit no matter what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're always gonna say whatever. I can't please anybody on the internet. On the internet, no matter if you're in the right, you're wrong, 100% all the time.
Yeah.
So you know, I finally blew up on a couple of people, and I'm like, dude, this is like just bullshit. You know, I'm not any less of a person of my culture than you are. You're doing this. I can't even like really put into words what's going on.
It's so frustrating too because they make these number one, like a lot of stuff is like it's hateful and racist. Yeah. What they'll do is they'll be like, you're Muslim, you're Muslim, you're Muslim.
Right.
And I'm like, no,
not at all.
None of us. I'm like, me and Raph are. I'm Christian. Raph's Jewish.
Yeah. And I even have Jewish and Christianity on both sides.
So I'm like, again, like, why are you guys making that assumption? You know, and it's just because Arab, haha, Muslim.
Why did Frogan assume that her Israeli therapist was a Zionist, right?
And it's frustrating because then I go like, hey, I'm Christian, then I'm equivocating it.
These people are so stupid.
Well, I'm not actually Muslim, and it makes me feel like I'm distancing myself from Frogan.
Right.
And I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to educate people to be like, hey, man, you know, like one of the lies I hear is like all the Christians were pushed out by the Muslims, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, is there anything else we want to address about this?
Did we miss anything?
No. I think that we'll just move on and do the regular episode.
All right. So yeah, they're done. Also, guys, wait, hold up.
Did we miss anything?
Dude, the Jewish government is literally controlling this fucking this podcast. Look here. Look at this. Huh? Star of David, I think. Uh-oh. So yeah, in summation, Frogan is fucking stupid. That's it. Alright. So, I know we've been talking about all this kind of disheartening, all this kind of sad drama about, like, Palestinian children dying, D-Max being over within the community. But now I want to talk about a very, 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 very funny drama, okay? Boogie 2988. Boogie 2988 and the Lolcow podcast, okay? This is just awesome. This is the best thing that's come out of the local so far, okay? Boogie 2988 house vandalized by local shaman known as Flaming Star, who was upset because Boogie didn't give him the Magic the Gathering cards. So as you can see, he wrote pedophile on his house garage door, and he like spray painted his car, his not his car, his roommate's car, and he wrote thief on his garage door. Yo, Skelly Raid, thank you so much, Skelly. I didn't even know you were live, bro. Hell yeah, man. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are goats for real, for real. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And then here we have this the Shamin Flaming Star making some unhinged fucking posts. Okay, here we have the city of Flavette chose war. It's very unwise. Protecting Glenn Whiteman and Steven Johnson's, aka Boogie 298. The Tomahawks are now. Let's see what happens since everybody wants to play games. Thank you again, Skelly. Holy shit. Steven Williams, you're so fucking unbelievable. And I guess he's doing like karate. All right. Take your shirt off. Dude, fuck you. I'm not Turkey Tom, okay? I have self-respect, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen.
And here we have the guy actually got interviewed by Keemstar, so we're gonna watch that. This fucking Flaming Star guy who vandalized Boogie 298's house. Keemstar interviewed him. So, all right, that's a ban, Echo. You're done. You're done.
You may have seen Boogie 2988's house got vandalized, and there's been a big drama going on between his Shamin Flaming Star.
This is how this guy looks, by the way. He looks way too normal to be he looks way too normal to be some insane shaman fucking vandalizing people's houses and shit, okay? Flatly, don't be retarded.
We got Flaming Star on the line. First thing I want to know, who is Flaming Star? Where did you come from?
Yeah, well, they actually called me Chemo then. That was my cartel name. So
you were in the cartel?
15 years old.
Self-respect. Okay, motherfucker. This autism test was really funny, okay? And I don't want to hear you, Echo of Tragedy, talking, okay? Look, let's take a look in the mirror, okay? We've all seen your DMs with these freshly 18-year-old girls, okay? We all know what you're up to. Don't act like you're better than me, all right, buddy?
And I met John Perez and Franklin, okay, and they were in my detention class. I got kicked out of St. Thomas Aquinas High School, a college preparatory Catholic private school, for taking a gun and putting it to Trevor.
Jesus, this is crazy. Is this allowed on YouTube? I'm pretty sure YouTube is pretty strict about guns, yeah? Flately.
Bryant's head, because there was a big beef in my neighborhood. There's politics in poor people, man. Politics that people cannot understand, but the rappers talk about it, and they know exactly what I'm talking about when I say it right now.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yeah, I think I told you what, 22 felonies, something like that.
22 felonies is insane.
The first time I saw real violence, what was Dwayne's last name?
The Rock Johnson, Fast and Furious with Flaming Star.
That's funny.
What are these edits, bro? Connor cooked up with these ones. 8 is too young for me and not for you. Okay, I said 18, first of all, okay? And also, I'm not the one who was in Emmy's DMs, okay, buddy? Yeah, you're getting exposed this stream. Okay, it's over for you.
That's funny. No,
you're getting exposed.
I actually cleaned up my life, and then I got famous. I can't remember the guy's name because he was from
I cleaned up my life. All right.
Hood across from us, but another guy had blown his brains out, and his brains landed in my lap in the back seat. And that's when
this guy is so ridiculous, bro. What are these fucking images? What is happening?
First time after that is when, like, I knew needed to change. I'm wearing my friend's brains.
Didn't you get into like a fight with the actual cops, like a fist fight?
Oh yeah, so I did the dumbest thing ever. So I'm on like day 3 or 4 of a binge of smoking crack, and like somebody walked off with a mirror or something. I get pissed off, jump in the car, I leave. I think I had 6 pieces of crack on me when I left, and a Broward sheriff's officer gets me, and I said, this, I'm in a Ford Thunderbird Super. We go on a chase till I run out of gas. I'm all through these neighborhoods, backyards, you name it. Finally run out of gas, jump out of the car. I jump a 12-foot security fence. They can't make the fence. I'm gone. And I finally am winded.
By the way, this is the guy that Boogie hired to help him lose weight, and then eventually was gonna pay him $100,000 for magic cards for some reason, right? Like this guy who ran away from the police at one point on a 3-day crack bender is the guy Boogie trusted to fucking to help him with his weight loss. It's just fucking amazing stuff.
First was the canine comes. I axe kicked the canine and said, "Man, I really don't want to hurt your dog, but I will defend myself. Dog comes back again. He grabs my left upper thigh, but the canine's there now. This is the metal capped canine. Have you seen one of those?
Yeah.
His right incisor
Jesus.
gets caught on the top of my left hip bone. Could you imagine the pain what that's like?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
I picked the dog straight up in the air with my left arm, used him as a body because the officer to my right draws. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is gonna be it. I use the dog as a shield, roll down, come back up. The other officer completely misses me and I kick the dog away. I'm back running. They thought I ran around the house, but I did the old ghetto trick. I ran around the house twice.
Interesting.
Instead of like going left into the next fence, he just ran around the house again. And I ran back the way I came, and it was gone. And I said, I just can't run no more, man.
So they got you.
Down. I just laid down. Yeah, I just laid down.
How long did you spend in prison for that?
So I went to Okeechobee Correctional, DC number 966222, man. Okeechobee Correctional in Florida. I went 3-year minimum mandatory sentence.
You did your time, right? You get out.
Yep.
What happens next?
15 years of NA. And I had a couple of heroes in my life. Adam Anderson and Charles Panoyan, Tim Yates, David Ruffin. Adam Anderson.
Jesus,
Anderson and Charles
Anderson, sexual assault. Charles Panoyan, first-degree murder.
Charles Panoyan, Tim Yates, David Ruffin.
This is insane. What the fuck? Did Boogie just like never talk to this guy? He was like, oh yeah, hey, I'll help you lose weight, and then never spoke to this guy ever again? What the fuck is happening?
Had to talk with me, and he's like, look, dude, you're such a cool dude. Like, you straightened your life out now. Always known you were solid, like blah blah blah. And these guys didn't know I had a shady past.
Does this guy sound like he has his life straightened out? No, he doesn't. Especially since he's writing thief and pedophile on Boogie's garage door.
And they just took me in. They were surfer kids on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and that's when I picked up the surfboard, man. I start surfing. I'm hanging out with these guys.
Okay, so you started your surfing career.
No, not a career. We just surfing. But what they do is they wind up getting one of these Xboxes. Halo 2 comes out, and now you have VoIP. That's unheard of, because now I can talk to somebody in China.
Yep.
As long as they got Xbox, right? Instantly, I put the headset down, and I go, oh, this is $1 million. They said, what are you talking about? I go, look at what I can do by talking. And they're like, oh my God, that's right.
What are you
They're
talking
like,
about?
You know everything about like tactics and martial arts and all this shit. Oh my God, you would totally know how to play this game. And that's when...
Dude, he knows about martial arts and tactics, so it made him really good at Halo. Dude, big fucking brain, bro. Big brain. I'm gonna have to go full slug on this. Whoa.
Halo 2
Whoa.
So they put this controller in my hand, and I become a natural 50 Halo ring. They're like, what the...
immediate Halo Pro player. It was a fucking right off the bat.
Like, what? And I'm like, oh, this is so easy. I'm like, blah. But that's when I met that TSX clan. Even though I'm running 7 Mercs and 60 Ninjas now, we had 400 people there, and then Game Battles came out. Do you remember Game Battles?
Yes.
All right, Game Battles comes out. Now we're about to get real, because what can we do now?
You can play for money.
A lot of people don't know that.
So you started playing a bunch of video games. You started owning
big
nerds
game
left and
battles.
right, making money. How did that transpire into you turning into an esports god? Did you ever play for MLG or any of that?
Well, I got 400 members in 7 Mercs and 60 Ninjas.
What does this mean?
This TSX clan of Chinese dudes that I play with, that we do all the game battles with.
Oh
and we're
my
making money.
God.
Well, those Chinese dudes tell me about a PC game called StarCraft.
Why is
And I'm like,
why does Keepstar just letting this guy go on about this? This is so obviously fake. This is like Slug telling you about his girlfriend. Okay, none of this is real.
that like, well, that's a whole nother level. And I'm like, so it can't be that hard. What? It's some buttons. Big deal.
I mean, this guy at first he was like, okay, yeah, I was on crack for 3 days and I ran away from police and I'm like charged as a felon. But I'm also like an esports pro and I'm literally like super. I was immediately really good at Halo and like I'm really good at martial arts and like, oh, come on.
So they play this hub thing, and they're like, hey, this is a white guy. Like, he can play this game. And I meet Maru was his name. He was 14 when I met him, and we wound up having some chats. And I got turned on to...
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
That,
Wait, you met this guy at 14. You start having some chats, and you're turned on.
No, he's 14. No, he's 14, and I'm not turned on. Listen to you. It's Maru.
That's what he's...
Listen to you. It's Maru. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maru, the StarCraft god.
Yeah.
He's 14. I'm already dealing with game battles. I meet him online through one of those hub things. I was trying to remember what it was. Those game hub things.
And did he start?
He tells me about how esports brands are put together, and then shows me this whole world on the internet where they film this. And I'm like, wait a minute, they like paid millions of dollars, like how to do this? Daniel Wansauer and Donna Lonsauer says you should take your landscape business and what you do as a chef and make it into a brand. And I'm like,
What? So supposedly this guy is on crack, but he's also a landscaper and a chef. Amazing.
So wait, you at this time were mowing lawns.
running a landscape business and a catering business.
And you turned the mowing lawn catering business into an esports brand.
Yes, sir.
That seems so
Right?
silly.
You gotta have something to do at night, right?
Wait, what was the name of the brand?
King of Blades.
King of Blades.
Bro, no fucking way.
All right. So King of Blades, you obviously named that because you're mowing lawns, right? And now you've turned it into an esports brand. You should have opened up a barbershop.
That's actually not that bad of a name though. It's kind of hype.
Too. It would all work.
No. Life's a little bit different, where I'm from, and it was everybody's real laid back. It's pretty calm. I had never heard kids scream at each other. I didn't know there was this whole nerd
Okay, dude, Connor is awesome. What the fuck?
thing until I got into esports. They would say some of the most raudest shit to one another.
Did it give you flashbacks of when you were a kid working for the cartel?
Kind of like that, man, the violence that they would say. And then they would hang up on each other, and then they'd not show up for these scrims, or and we're talking $100,000 is on the line here, or some of these prize pools in League of Legends was starting to get a little stupid. So did Descent of the Ancients. There's a couple games out there. There was real money to be had.
So wait,
right?
What was your brand exactly? Was it an esport org, or was it?
So I wound up coaching 2 League of Legends teams that went full pro. I don't talk about those teams. There was some money that was paid to me in cash that I just took, man. And I said, cool, I'll take that. Yeah. And then I coached
Sounds like tax fraud to me, buddy.
Master chess player. And then I started coaching kids.
Did you just say he's a master chess
player? And then
player?
I coached a master chess player. And then I started coaching kids in those cards games because even though I'd never played Magic before, I'm really good at math.
Why is Keemstar just letting this dude yap?
And I started to show them how to look at the value.
Ask him about Boogie 2988. Come on.
Of the cards in their decks. And after like a year of that's how it came to be, where it was Glenn Whitman, the guy who actually bought my video game brand when I quit, the guy that stole the cards from me. He said, hey, you know what? You should try Magic. Since you coach the guys anyways, it'll give you something to take your mind off of everything. Because I sold the brand in 2016.
So you don't even play Magic. You're just coaching them. Wow, dude. That's big. I don't even know how to play, but I'm a coach. It's like, I've never played basketball before, but I'm a basketball coach. Like, come on, bro. Like, fucking say something, Keemstar.
When 5 kids stole a prize pool from me at the esports arena. The problem is they're like, oh, he was abusive. I was like, we're on Skype.
Owner of our team is threatening criminal charges. Here's our side. My name is Cherry Breezy, a.k.a. Dark Shimmer, semi-professional heroes Storm of the Player, formerly of King of Blades owner by Ryan DeLeo. This is a very difficult thing to write, as I am really proud of where our team is going, but I'm out of options, and he says he's calling the police on me today. I want my side of the story. Bro, what the
Trill with the Skype, and then Discord came out, right?
Yeah.
Why is there so much lore with this guy? Is there a Kiwi Farms thread?
On Skype, and I'm like, abusive how? There's a red button. You're telling me I abused you into being a esports professional. You gotta be kidding
so
me,
what
right?
what happens from 2016 till present day? Because you're done with esports.
I'm depressed. Man.
Depressed.
What do I want? I need some guidance. I sell my brand. This is the first time I met Glenn Whitman. I sell my brand to him, and I say, I'm just gonna go take off for a while. And everybody's like, what? And I go, I'm gone, man. No, I disappear. See you. And I did. And I went on like this soul searching thing, man. I went on a fish tour, and I met some dudes, had a good mushroom trip, and I said,
I hate the fucking vaping on stream. I would kill myself if I had to like vapor smoke on stream.
You go from being what I was, nobody, and you make the main stage after drug addiction. You make the main stage after that again. Make something out of myself. I had a couple of businesses. I got a beautiful wife, right? What do I have to care about? But it just weighs on me that one little stupid article on the internet ruined my life.
What was the article?
You could type it in, Ryan Arthur DeLillo, the King of Blades. It'll literally pop up. It was an article by Go Sue Gamers or something like that.
What did they say?
And it was an article by Red Bull too. So it says King of Blades owners pressing charges against his former team. And then there's an explanation of my story and their story. And they just said that I was abusive. Well, everybody's like, oh, it's child abuse. And I'm like, child abuse? It's Skype. What are you really going to do to somebody on Skype? They're just going to hit the red.
DeLillo was verbally abusive and demeaning despite not being the team's coach. Okay. So this guy's lying so much. Come on now. DeLeo failed to pay any salaries or reimburse players for travel expenses. Jesus. Okay, so I wouldn't call him abusive. Come on. Okay. This guy's not abusive, okay? Saying he's abusive because he's mean is really soy and retarded. Like, if he's not paying, that's really shitty, and he should be called out for that.
But
what were you saying to those kids?
It's very convenient he's leaving that out. He's like, oh, I was just mean to him, and that's why they're calling me abusive.
Consider abuse. Like, what's the worst thing you said to those kids?
Probably throwing the off. Probably was the worst thing I probably ever said.
Are you sure that was the worst thing? Like, did you like threaten violence with them?
No way.
Come on, man. It's a Skype call. Listen. So
Team Star knows.
First off, one kid's in like Canada, other kids in like New York, other kids in like Kentucky.
No, I get all that, but
come on, right?
No, I get all that, but if they're saying that there was abuse, it had to have been something more than off.
No, what it was is one of them didn't pay their rent, and that's why they had took the money because they wanted to cover his bills. And I said, after everything was in the wash, after I'd already talked to the FBI about the kid stealing the money, I was like, why didn't you just tell me you needed to pay your rent? I would have paid your rent. Instead, we got to have this drag out thing in the news, and we're going to go ruin my brand. And you guys' career's finished. You know nobody's ever going to hire you ever again after what you did in the media, right? How can I survive as long as I did? Go look at my tax records. Look at the last time I filed taxes. You'd be surprised. Because what's there to file?
Well, you don't file taxes, right? Aren't you native?
Yes, sir. So I go on that soul searching mission.
Can we talk a little bit about that real quick? You know, where
would you like to start at?
Where does Native American, where does that come from? And like, you know, what do you do?
Where does, wow, dude, big brain. Where does your Native American come from? What is happening? Why am I watching this?
With the other natives.
Before I was a up, when I was younger, I was an Eagle Scout, Plantation Troop 175. Okay. And they have a program in there called Order of the Arrow. And I wound up going out to the Seminole Indian Reservation in Florida in the Everglades. And I got to experience what that's like.
So what tribe are you from? What native tribe are you from?
So how we get to this point, so Holly Cromie comes to visit me. I was a local legend after what I did to myself. A couple of people had heard about what I did. I was kind of popular.
How does this answer what tribe he's a part of?
Around here for just being a cool dude, as it was. I walk around with a mohawk most of the time. And Holly Cromie...
Dude, what is this?
Comes to me to ask me for an exorcism.
Okay.
And I go, an exorcism. What's going on here? I said, let me talk to your mom. Let me talk to your grandma. I don't want to reveal a lot of her information. The two demons that were in her wound up coming into me. And 3 days after
the demons came inside him, dude. The demons, they came inside. That's crazy.
Event. I go from perfect health to cancer from my neck to my balls.
Damn.
3 days.
You got the cancer demon.
How do you explain that?
It's a cancer
3 days
demon.
later, after I perform an exorcism, I'm throwing up coffee grinds in my toilet.
Yeah, what is Keep Star even yapping about, dude? Just ask this guy about Boogie. Why are we talking about this like fucking schizo pass?
Rush me to the hospital. They say you got 30 minutes to live. My best friend's holding my hand, and I told him right before I passed out, I said, how else would I know what anybody else would be going through and have the compassion for them if I didn't experience this myself? And I was done, gone. They're calling the whistle on me. Somehow, I pull through. They give me 5 blood transfusions, 4 bags of iron, and I pull through.
Congrats.
Does that, right? It takes about 2 months of a fight with them, with me trying to tell them that I don't want to be in the hospital. They kick me out, finally. Everybody thinks I'm nuts. I get home, and I start trying to whip up RSO. And I'm like, I need to make RSO right now. Save my life. But I'm having a hard time talking because the tumor's closed up my throat.
Get on with it. Holy fuck.
At this point. I can't talk to anybody on the phone. I have to text everything.
Okay, I'm going to slow back down once we get to the Boogie part.
My friend Steve Farrell comes through, man. And he gives me... Actually, no, it was Marcus Aurelia came through first. He came through, and he gave me 32 grams in single syringes of RSO.
What's RSO?
Rick Simpson oil. Ever heard of that?
No.
So they take weed, and they cook it down into like a paste, and they call it Rick Simpson oil. It's black.
Oh my god, bro. This guy took fucking concentrated weed and his cancer was cured. Oh, wow, dude. And by the way, I already said this before, but this is the dude that Boogie trusted to help him lose weight. I mean, wow, dude. That's amazing.
Stickiest thing ever seen. A pea-sized amount gets you so stoned you probably won't wake up.
So basically, you're about to die, and they give you wax, like weed wax.
Yeah, in 60 days. Not only did I talk again, but they're wondering if I'd already beat the cancer. And I said, no, I said, I got to take the mushrooms next. And they said,
gotta take the mushrooms next. I was just gonna be like, dude, not this guy. Okay, this guy is the true what is it? Fucking shaman. Okay, King Shaman.
I'm a Cherokee medicine man. They said, what? I said, you only have my legal name because I'm here. My name's Flaming Star, and I'm a federally licensed medicine man. And that changed the whole subject because Dr. Eric Schaefer gives me a scan, and we go from an innumerable amount of tumors to completely clear in 90 days after the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And what the mushrooms were, I'm the only human to do that, number one. I beat stage 4 esophageal cancer, stage 4 psoas cancer, and I beat metastatic disease in 90 days. I hadn't been fully indoctrinated into the Spirit of Truth Native at church yet. What happened was, I had to get so sick, I had to get their care immediately, and they adopted.
This is so silly. Why are we even talking about it? It's all just obvious lies. I don't even like... Why is Keemstar entertaining this? Just get on with Boogie. That's what we
can adopt you.
Yes. Okay. Because my given family couldn't take the fact when I said I need to get out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't want any of the chemo or the fentanyl or the Dilaudid or the methadone they had me on. They had me on all that shit while I had passed out. My friend Rich Pryor signed for all that. Right. I told them I don't want any of it.
You get better. You become a medicine man.
I become a federally licensed medicine man, yes.
Okay. What happens next?
Chris Fino walks into my life and he asked me for an exorcism. And I said, man, that didn't go well for me so far last time. He goes, man, you're doing great. Look at you, man. You're fine. I'm like, whatever. He talks me into it. I do it again. Bam. I'm in the hospital again. This time I have psoas cancer.
You have
stage
what?
4. Stage 4 psoas cancer now. After being fully
you have
cleared.
Cancer?
Psoas. P-S-O-A-S.
Okay. You pulled the demon out and he went right up your butt.
He showed me what time it was. Unfortunately, in that time is when
the demons came inside him.
Boogie 298 contacts me. And I get the call from Boogie and I said, well, I'm still alive. You better get it done now before I die. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got stage 4 cancer again and I have C. diff.
So wait, Boogie calls you the first time you meet him, looking for a medicine man, right?
Oh, I look like such video. You should see what I look like normally.
Okay. So this is the first time. Now the internet gets, we're brought up to current day. The internet gets to see Flaming Star for the first time. He's in the Mike Klum documentary. He's giving Boogie healing. He's giving him mushrooms. You are the Flaming Star shaman.
Shaman is actually an ethically cleansed word. Traveling medicine man.
Traveling medicine man.
Traveling medicine. Wow.
I'm sorry.
But don't you have beef with Mike Klum in that whole documentary? What's the issue there?
Yeah, because like in a time like that, somebody can be very vulnerable. And why there's no other footage like that out there is because look what these guys did. They took something that's a sacred ceremony where we're there to help somebody and they make a joke out of it. Like just the way I talk.
It is a joke, bro. You're just a fucking coked up retard, okay? Come on. Now.
Because I didn't look right. I'd like to see you, not you, Keemster, talking to the audience. I'd like to see you get up while you're terminally ill and you're dying from C. diff, drive an hour in your truck.
It's almost like you weren't terminally ill, buddy. I'll just say that.
The ceremonial grounds where Indians used to be in the middle of nowhere. And then take that man on a 6-7 hour trip, guide him the whole time, then pack everything up and drive home and not ask for $1. That cameraman stole $622 from me. I don't know how he did that. And he applied for a...
How do you know it was him then if you don't know how he did it? What?
Home loan through Navy Federal Credit in my name.
Okay, this was in the first interview that the audio messed up. Okay, so that's how I have previous knowledge of this. But you told me that Michael Klum, the guy that did the documentary on Boogie, his cameraman hacked into your bank account and robbed you blind.
Yeah, we still haven't figured that out yet.
That seems like so hard to believe that something like that would happen.
I'm baffled by it because he came and he stayed with me 9 days.
Are you sure?
Okay. He had a I gave him an MDA trip and I gave him a mushroom trip.
Mm-hmm.
And either he got in my wallet at some time, but there was this one time where I wound up getting carted to the hospital. I had a back spasm that we wound up having to call the ambulance. They thought I was going to die. And Mike he filmed it. Michael Silvius is his name? Michael Silvius.
Okay.
I have the documents. Like you said, I wish I had that dang camera. You could have videoed that. I could have showed you these documents.
So you had a back spasm. You went to the hospital, and during this time,
I think that's probably when he probably could have. That's the only time he could have ever been exposed to my private information because he was toting all my shit.
Can I put out a theory? Okay.
Go ahead.
You did an exorcism, right? And when you did that, the demons went inside of you, gave you stage 4 cancer. Then you did another exorcism. The demons came right back. You said that you had a back spasm. Is it possible that with all the stuff you've been doing...
I would be willing to bet he's on cocaine or some other drug right now.
You know, the medicine man stuff.
At the very least, he's high, like on fucking weed or something.
Demon was in fact leaving your body with that back spasm, went into Michael Klum's cameraman. Now the demon's in the cameraman, and now
he's laughing, but this isn't super far-fetched with what he's saying, bro.
He's hacking you and trying to take money out of your bank accounts because you defeated him and did an exorcism on yourself.
There might be credit to your story because I wasn't there, but Boogie would tell you the answer to that.
Oh
they said that Mike freaked out in the house and started eating Boogie.
Eating Boogie?
Yeah, like teeth on him, biting him,
Mike
trying to eat him.
The cameraman or Mike Klum?
Yeah, no, the cameraman, Michael, eating Boogie, tried to eat him.
Okay.
Boogie will tell you that. Boogie will tell you that.
This is getting insane.
No, wait. And
dude, true. Keffels and this guy need to team up. They'd be an unstoppable
duo. He took his clothes off and ran around the house and broke something too.
Do you find
the cameraman?
Let me ask you a question. Do you take any responsibility for giving Mike the cameraman drugs or medicine, whatever label you want to put it on?
Wasn't there.
And then he starts acting crazy. Do you take any responsibility for that?
No. So he was diagnosed with BPD, before I met him.
What the fuck's that?
Borderline personality disorder.
Oh, okay. The reason why I'm on the phone with Flaming Star and the reason why I'm even conducting this interview right now is so our audience can better understand why Boogie's house got vandalized with pedo
Finally,
written on
we're
his
getting
garage
into
door, thief, spray paint on the car, windows being broken. Let's go right into this magic card deal that you did with Boogie. What happened?
Okay, so it's January 1st, New Year's Day, right? I go over to his house. We're set up for a 14-day ceremony because Boogie's got so much weight now. He's got the walker. He can't walk. Imagine that, right? He's immobilized because he's a fat bastard. And
I thought Boogie was back being able to walk. What happened?
he calls me up and he says, all right, so I heard that you invented some stuff that will change the body. And I go, man found standing did that. Yes. How can I help you? And he decides that we're going to do a 14-day stint and he's going to listen to what I have to say. And then, of course, that video pops up you saw where he says...
Boogie is so fucking retarded, bro. Oh, my God. We can't escape BPD. I know. At least it's a guy with BPD this time. I feel like the girls with BPD are like significantly worse.
With bad food. I get to his house and on this first day...
I think it's the BPD plus period combo that really gets him going.
He says, I hear that you're a financial guru. And I go, I know how money works. What do you need? I go, well, you need to have a little money to make some money. Like, give me a number to work with. And then he does. And I show him how to invest using CDs, some treasury I-bills. I teach him a little bit about mutual funds, and then I showed him about Webull. And I show him Tesla stocks, I show him QQQ, I show him some other things, right? And he's like, holy shit, I'm in. And I go, well, you got to have some money. And he goes, well, can you help me get there? And I'm like, help you how? And he goes, look right behind you. And behind me, these 3 giant trunks of magic cards. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? And he says, well, can I sell them? Will you buy them for $100,000 so that I can do this maneuverability with this investment plan?
Oh my God, why is Boogie so fucking stupid? Boogie has already lost a significant amount of money on the stock market because he got lucky and then it all crashed and he didn't take anything out at any point because he's fucking stupid. By the way, when he made all that money, he decided to brag about it, which is why now he gets dogged on all the fucking time. And now, after that experience, he's going to ask this cracked out shaman medicine man guy to fucking help him with his, invest smart? What? Dude, this guy's a total fucking lost cause, man. Boogie's just he is a big child. He's so fucking... Who's more delusional, the shaman guy or Boogie? Honestly, I think that's a debatable topic. It's that fucking bad. It's that over for Boogie.
I can get out of Hawk and save my house. And I said, the only way we're going to do that is I would have to get Glenn Whitman. I said, he owns the 5 gear gaming stores that the cards are at.
And that guy knows the value of this stuff, so he was,
Hey, he's been a dealer for like 16 years.
He was brought in to do the appraisal on the cards to see what they're worth and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, and he's a mutual friend because he bought my video game brand when I sold out.
Right.
So I trust this guy, obviously, with $100,000 worth of shit. Come on, you just don't do that with a stranger. And then we wound up getting horrible weather. And then it was a holiday because I wanted to go by the bank first and get everything verified. We had to wait till after Martin Luther King Day, and it was another snow day. It was horrible out. And I go, this is actually the perfect time because there won't be anybody out. Nobody's going to know I got those cards in the back of the truck. It's $100,000 investment here. I'm going to treat it right. I got to have respect for it. I don't want to ruin the cards. Me and another friend, we load everything up real carefully, tie it all down in my truck. I go to RFS Bank. I go to my relationship banker, Ivan. I said, hey, man, look at all these cards. Check it out. He goes, holy shit, dude. He goes, man, this is worth a lot of money. I go, well, I'm supposed to pay, $100 for it. So I pack everything up. I go to the Rogers Police Department. I show them all the stuff. A lieutenant for the police comes out. I'm like, this would be great. I'll get these guys and we'll get the SWAT team out. We'll make like a little video, okay? And we'll be like transporting the cards. It'll be great. Because they said, well, what do you want for the donation? I said, give me 30 seconds of us moving the trunks around. This would be a great video for him, right? Because we need a comeback, right? I'm with you too, by the way, Keemstar. He needs a comeback, but this here, he's going to pay for it. Show the cops the stuff. They're like, cool. They take us.
What?
Small inventory.
What does that even mean? This shit here, he's going to pay for it? Okay.
The goods. Pack everything back up. I want to meet Glenn at a good spot because before I hand it off, I need a letter of exchange, transfer of ownership, number one.
Yeah, where did Boogie... apparently, Boogie reached out to this guy now. Granted, this guy is a very unreliable narrator. But, like, where would you even find someone like this, dude? This is like... You know when you stop at a stoplight and like you have to wait there for a couple seconds, like the homeless people like sometimes like come up to your window and like start like talking to you? This is one of those people, okay? Like I wouldn't be surprised if Boogie was just like at a stoplight one day, a random homeless dude came up to him and was like, "Hey, I can help you lose weight and fucking make financial." So Boogie would be like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds good." Like, dude. You've got to be joking.
I want a letter for transfer of ownership, and I want to inventory what's in there. So I'm like, let's go to Mojitos because my friend Dion Moten owns it. We'll go to Mojitos. We can spend 5-6 hours there, go over all this shit, We'll take care of it. But I said, let's do a little video on TikTok first. I'm inside, and a couple comes in, and they want to buy some booze. I tell the lady, the cashier, I said, hey, let me buy your stuff. I'll buy their stuff, whatever it is. So I walk and I hide on the other side over there, and I go up there.
He's got Riz.
They go up their stuff, and then I go up there and I go here and I run up and I go pay for it. And then I write on their receipt. I said, here's a little note for you. I write, hey, you should maybe think about quitting drinking. And then I go out to my truck, get in my truck.
No way this dude is telling people to quit drinking when he is like a omega level drug addict, literally fucking injecting weed essence into himself to fucking cure his cancer, bro. This is just next level delusion, bro.
I'm like, all right, we're going to go to Mojitos. Glenn's nowhere to be found, and the cards are not in the back of my truck. I text him, dude, you know I have you on camera, and there's going to be like 5 people in the store. They're going to say that I was distracted when you took those
Hit
cards.
her with that love potion, bro.
Out of the back of my truck. And I call the Springdale police.
Okay, what did the police say? Because you were robbed, right? It's on camera,
Case
right?
number, it's grand larceny.
Okay.
Because of the value.
Yep.
So they issue case number 24-3109. Investigation's still going.
And
fake that. You can go look that up.
Yeah, but what I'm
You can
saying
buy the
is,
police report.
but what I'm saying is,
Dude, they would have arrested Boogie there and then if there was concrete evidence that he fucking stole. Okay, I think like if I remember correctly from Boogie's retelling, it's just that like this dude like hurt his dog in some way, so we went out and took the cards back. And then when the police came, they said it was a civil matter and they had to solve it in court because no money had been transferred yet. Right? It's very obviously not fucking he's not stealing anything, okay? Despite how much of a liar Boogie is, I'm more inclined to believe what he's saying, just based off of how many lies this guy has told in the last, like, 20 minutes.
they didn't press charges on Boogie or Glenn.
So they said it's a civil matter. They didn't put criminal charges because we all wrote contracts with each other.
Why is there shit on the contract? Are you fucking kidding me? This is not a I can't. I just can't. These people live in like a delusional land. Like Boogie thinks this is an actual this is written. A third grader wrote this, bro. A literal third grader wrote this and like shit on the paper. And you think that people are going to take this as like a serious contract? Okay, dude.
So the case is still there. The charges does not get dropped.
Big brain.
What it was is they just said it's a civil
100
matter.
IQ.
We're all going to court.
Mm.
And I have the Royal House Attorney Group. When we wrote the contract for the cards that I signed in blood.
So why
that's
are
my
you
left and my
signed
right
in
thumb
blood?
on there.
Wow. Oh my god. What? This dude signed something in blood and Boogie went along with it still. Bro. I can't.
Wait,
this
you
is
did
so
a
disappointing. This is so doomer.
contract with Boogie in blood?
Yes.
In actual blood?
I'm an Indian. Yes. It's a blood sworn oath.
Do you think they did that thing in like have you guys seen that episode of Family Guy where like Brian and Stewie become blood brothers by like cutting a slit in the wrist of their palms and like shaking hands, but then it turns out Brian has like herpes and infects Stewie? Do you think Boogie did that with the Shamin guy? I wouldn't be surprised. And I think Boogie, buddy, you need to get an STD check. Not only because your girlfriend is sleeping around, but because of the Shamin feller and his blood. Yeah, he wiped his ass with it, exactly. The contract is fucking bound in shit.
If you're not out 100K,
no.
Why are you so bent out of shape?
He owes me 10 grand.
Why does he owe you 10 grand?
It was 10 grand or 10% of his perpetuity for life for me to come over there and fix him.
Is
which I did.
he fixed?
Well, he was, and then he decided to go ape again.
So wait.
What does he mean fixed? Boogie was never skinny. He's always been like a retard. Arguably the most broken Boogie has been is when he's talking to you. So Boogie sure knows how to pick him. True.
You're a medicine man that heals people, and you were going to heal Boogie, but he had to give you like 10% of all his
blood is penning, dude. That's so fucking gross, man.
Revenue forever?
No, here's what it was. I never asked for money. I usually don't. In Boogie's case, after I found out what they did to me, I said, you can give me 10% or 10 grand. So you either pay off the 10 grand, you can just give me 10% of your tax return until you pay me off the 10 grand or the end of your life. He's got carcinoma, dude. If he doesn't do something about it, he will expire. So have you seen somebody when they have a manic episode?
Yeah.
I think he's having a manic episode right now.
He was about to have an ego death because that morning, 5 hours prior, I tricked Desi.
His girlfriend?
Yeah. I took away the abuse from her father.
Nice.
And then I sent her back to her home.
He just stopped it. She doesn't. Could you? It just doesn't exist anymore. He went back in time and prevented the abuse. Wow. dude, what a good guy, man. That's crazy.
And what happened is on the first day, they wanted to try me as a circus act. And I said, I'll let you have fun one time. What do you want me to do? He said, it's impossible for you to know anything about her. Tell me about her. I said, okay. I cup her left ear. I lay the other way. I put my ear up to her other opposite ear. And I cup her ear. And I say, just breathe and then within 10 seconds, I tell her where she's from and what her star chart is. In 10 seconds. Not some minute, not some humming thing. I told her exactly where she's from. He about falls out of the chair and says he could have never known that, and he nailed it right on the head. Birth date, her sign, all of that. How did I do that?
Google, because her birth date's everywhere. Because people wanted to know Boogie's girlfriend's age.
I'm not that. I don't even know anything about the girl, and I told her right where she's from, and then I sent her back there.
What was her trauma?
I don't discuss that ever.
Okay, but,
nobody's trauma. I don't ever discuss.
But she was abused by her dad or something. Her father.
We can pick another question.
Okay. Well, that's what you said. So I'm just going off of what you said.
I took away the abuse from her father.
Nice. You're claiming that you didn't mess with the dog, but you did heal the girlfriend. If you
let's say I did.
Slug is so great for calling out liars. True. What the fuck? Dude, Slug, we need to get Slug on this case right now. He needs to be calling out the Shamin feller and Boogie 2988. He needs to fucking call these liars out right now. Disgusting.
Let's say I did, though.
Okay.
All right, so what then?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that you roughed up an animal.
We're all animals, right?
Didn't you karate kick the canine?
Yeah, I did.
Well, Boogie said to us, he goes, look, I was in the process of doing this magic deal with the shaman, and I pulled out because he handled my dog in a way that I didn't like.
How does that void a $100,000 contract?
I mean, if no money's exchanged, the deal isn't even done yet, is it?
Well, technically... Now, I don't really care about the cards.
No, dude, he signed it in blood, obviously. This Boogie owes this guy $100 million. The contract is in blood. He needs to... Oh, my God. This is, it's so silly. It's so silly. I don't... Like, it sucks this podcast did, like... I'm like 95% sure that this is real, right? Just because of how fucking insane the shaman guy is. If this was fake, this shaman guy, like, his real name's out there and he's just completely nuking his, like, life. Because this is so insane. Like, I doubt it's fake just because for this to be fake, they would require the shaman guy to nuke his life forever just so that he's like, it just doesn't make sense. But, like, there was definitely fake drama in the past, and I don't blame people for thinking this is fake because this is fucking insane. This is literally like Looney Tunes type shit. Like this is an actual episode of South Park we're watching right now. Okay, this is crazy.
The ownership, there's no buyer's remorse because he gave me $400 in a donation to show up at his house because I don't leave my couch until you initiate something. Why do I need to leave my couch?
Let's finish this up. Let's get to the bells and whistles of this Flaming Star. Okay. Boogie 2988's house got vandalized. Why did you vandalize this man's house?
Unfortunately, I spent...
You see, I mean, Keeves tried to cut this down a lot. It's crazy. I would love to see the unedited call because, like... This dude is like can't even keep a straight thought. I bet he cut it out just because it had nothing to do with what he was saying. But
the money that was allocated for our seed money this year for our crops, and I allocated it to the supplements that we were going to use to heal Boogie and put him back together. My tribe, we've disconnected from society. We fend for ourselves. We don't really care about money. It doesn't really do anything for us.
Just so everyone knows, I had to pay $50 to the Seed Foundation to do this interview.
Yeah, it's true. He did. Thank you very much for your donation.
He doesn't care about money, but he had to pay him $50. And he's like demanding Boogie gives him $10,000 and $100,000. Yeah, he doesn't care about money though, but he's also a financial genius who knows all about financing, and he's going to help Boogie get back on his feet and all this other it's just
donation. I really appreciate that, man. We need it.
So what happened? You went over there. What happened?
So I left the Fayetteville Police Department after talking to them and said, "Okay, you asked for it then." Left, packed my stuff up, drove right to his house, which is right down the street from it. And I went and grabbed the water main lid thing for the meter, to read the meter. Threw it to the window where he streams out of, hoping he was in there. Called him a pussy. Said, come outside. He wasn't there. But I had backed my truck all the way up to his front door because I didn't want to have to walk so far. And then when I left, I peeled out from the front door all the way out to the street, and I left.
Okay, so you went to his house, right? You drove right on his lawn. You backed up, right?
Yeah, back to his front door.
You grabbed the water meter?
Yep.
You grabbed the water meter, chucked it through his window, said, Boogie, get your fat out here. You owe me and my tribe some seed money.
Wasn't Boogie not even at the fucking... He wasn't even at his house when this was happening.
Right?
Sure.
Yep.
He doesn't answer, and then you get in your truck and peel off?
Yep.
Who did the spray paint then?
That I wish I knew, because here's the thing, though. What you guys don't know, I was in a car accident that evening, actually, in Rogers. My truck was at BJ's.
Were you high?
New Hope and 71.
Okay.
I was in a car accident, and the bumper was stuck in my tire of my truck. Truck's immovable. Rogers police show up, everything. We got the accident, guy in front of me, the guy behind me. Cops show up. We got police reports. We got accident reports, right? I have to walk home because I can't drive my truck, but I'm 2.5 blocks from my house. How did I get?
Wait, do you have a house? I thought you slept in a tent.
It's a church. It's a church.
Okay.
Well, I have a tent. I have a yurt.
Yeah, you live in a tent, right?
Yurt.
Okay.
Yurt. You know what a yurt is?
Yeah.
Very
I know what that
different.
is. It's a
very
big
different.
tent.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes to get to.
I live in a
Stevens' house from the
teepee,
church.
actually.
Okay, so you're saying that you couldn't have done the spray paint because you were in a car accident.
Yeah, it's impossible because my truck was stuck at the BJ's there until the next morning when we finally got the wrecker.
Didn't the spray paint happen the same exact day that you broke his window?
No, because I didn't do that. I did the window and peeled out in his driveway and did the other. I didn't do no spray paint.
And
I
the
didn't have any
spray paint
with me.
happened the same day as the broken window, though.
No, I think somebody. Well, Steven's not really well liked here. I don't know if you know that or not. He's not well liked here locally.
Someone else did
I think
it,
somebody
okay.
was opportunistic.
He's
to do that.
denying the allegations, guys. Okay, he just broke his window and like fucking screamed outside his house. This Shamin guy, he would never do anything like fucking spray paint, or he would never do anything like that. Okay, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. I can vouch for him. Very epic screen, very epic Keemstar. Pause moment here, guys, too.
But okay, listen, the thing, yes, it could be a neighbor that doesn't like him or whatever, knows about him online, has the young girlfriend, all that. I get that. But it literally says thief.
Well, there's a lot of drama on my page for the past. This is 2 months old. You know that, right?
I know, but who else in the area would think that to spray paint thief? Why?
Exactly.
Who out there thinks that he's the thief other than you?
Well, he used to pick on Daniel Wansauer, and that's my little brother. I think it's probably him.
What?
But I don't get it. You admitted to throwing the water
through
meter
there.
through the window. You admitted
Calling him
to
a pussy. Yep.
you admitted to like
Peeling out in his yard.
Peeling out in his yard. Why won't you own the spray paint? That had
That's
to
not
have been
me.
you. It
It's not
had
me.
to have been you. It had to have.
I don't have to make it up, man. It can't be in two places at once.
But it happened the same day. So you tell the cops, you're like, look, did you tell the cops that you broke the window though?
Oh, they knew about that before. That was 10:30 in the morning.
I guess my final question is what do you think is going to happen between you and Boogie in the future? How do you see this all playing out? Because now Boogie, he's obviously said online that he's going to call the cops and do this. And obviously, because you got a call from the cops. And you're planning on suing him. How do you see this all playing out in the future?
I can't predict the future. I wish I could.
I mean, the Shamin has a lot of powers.
Oh, my God.
That's an ethically cleansed word. That answer I do not have.
You don't?
I have a public service announcement, though.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Anybody, if you're ever in a situation that you think...
Dude, what is up with Connor? He photoshopped him on MLK? Dude, there's no way Keemstar is actually watching these episodes. Otherwise, Connor would be fucking fired immediately. But I'm here for it, okay? This is awesome. I love this.
There's no hope. I want you to know that there is hope. And that hope is inside of you. If you ever need my help,
Hope
please reach
came
out.
inside me.
May the
Let's
positive
go.
vibrations of the universe forever be in your favor.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from the one, the only medicine man known as Flaming Star, who was a part of the cartel, beat up 4 police officers, a canine, was a drug dealer at one point, an esports legend, a medicine man, a healer, an exorcist, and a #1 hater right now of Boogie2988. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Any last thing you want to say?
Oh, man, we should hang out sometime.
It sounds like a fun time. And there you...
I mean, Keemstar hung out with fucking, with Salvo, so yeah, he might actually hang out with this guy, okay? But I don't know, dude. This drama is so fucking insane. It's not even really drama. It's just fucking funny, dude. It's just funny. Like, how does this even come to be, dude? If my life was as fucked up as Boogie's, I would do something not safe for TOS. But that's aside from the point, okay? I am very tired. I'm going to get off. I have to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm eepy, okay? I'm eepy. I'll use the retarded women words that they all fucking soy over. I'm eepy, guys. But this has been like the funnest stream I've done in a long fucking time. I've had so much fun this stream. Holy fuck. Thank you guys all so much for coming out. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to try and stream a lot more, guys, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Have a good night. I love you all. Oh, yeah.
It's time and we get into the turkey. Just read as hell eating all the beef jerky. Why are you on Discord? Aren't you like 30? On Twitter hitting up e-girls getting flirty. Half your age and a bigger than you'll ever be. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever see. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever eat. Money growing longer than your penis you should never see. You want some advice? Well, here's my tip. Dog, if I was you, I'd probably end my whole shit. Dog, if I was you, lose the weight and go lift. Do a couple push-ups and lose those tits. You're a loser and a creep, that's 2 out of 3. Lovely ass shoes on my motherfucking feet. I'ma hit Tippy with a 2-2-3. Leave his ass dead in the motherfucking street.
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi farms. They're talking about how much of a freak you are. And I'd honestly feel bad, and I'd offer you my pity, but I'm busy out here buying me a sleek new car.
You just stay away from the goth mommies. Shoot you in the head like COD zombies. Boy, you old as fuck like Rob Zombie. Trying to give Kevels that slop topic. Bitch, I'm with Bobby, I rolled up a stogie. I asked it on Tipster and tell him to blow me. You trying to eat burgers, especially Zoe. You said you was leaving. You better get going. Gonna deactivate, cry like a bitch. Buddha heart under you, throwing a fit. Bitch, sometimes I'm dark, but I'm getting it lit. Bring up my DMs, I don't give a shit.
Sub count stuck like you in a tub. Trying to get bitches to give you a tug. All in their DMs like, give me a hug. Gain more weight than you gain new subs.
Honestly, Tipster, fuck you. Hannah Animal, she a slut too. Tryna fuck Jalen? Yuck, dude. No IRL lady's gonna touch you. Are you 35 and still beefing with kids? Need to lay off the Oreos, word up to Nick. Before we wrap up, got a question real quick. Why do all the hot ones not like dick?
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi farms. They're talking about how much of a creep you are. And you're such a fat loser that no girl would wanna touch you, even if she's on the ground and needs that CPR.
I just put Tipster in a king-size casket. XXL.